This is Proverbs 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
So read it again to us.
Yep, Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yeah, like the beginning of this year, you see what happened, man. Mass shootings happening in nightclubs. People getting licked down by cars because you want to be in large crowds, large spaces, a bunch of strangers that you don't know, and at the same time you can end up losing your life. And at the same moment, that's what happened with the car came. Knocked down, mowed down bare people, or you're just in a random club. You might not even be in the club. You might be walking by in the area because it's populated. You might be seeing a lot of ladies. What's going on over there? Type of thing. You might just walk past and all you hear gunshots going off, someone getting hit with stray bullets. You don't want to be in them surroundings, man. So a prudent man will avoid that kind of attention, man. You should keep your ass at home, man. You know, watch TV or something.
Because he's running these, he's doing things at the moment, man. Because everything they're saying.
Yeah, it's a setup bit, a lot of setups happening.
Yeah, the New Orleans thing, they were basically saying, wait, there's barriers, there's car barriers. Like so that car, but they didn't put convenient on New Year's Eve. Like really? Like really?
That's probably the best day to put it.
Exactly. That's exactly. Even you think in central London they didn't have bollards put in place. Of course they did, but exactly. But they're doing things at the moment, man.
Yeah, man. This is all the time of orchestrated chaos, man. You don't want to be out there just being uncircled. That's what it's about, being circumcised. Being wise, looking around, knowing who you're around. Picking your,
waiting for the outcome.
Isn't there a peak? I'm thinking of it. I can't remember how it's worded, but it's just like it's something to the effect of if you're around like people that are on stuff, don't be around. Get away from them.
Well, you just read it. You just read it, and
that's one. You
end up getting yourself in a situation where you lose your life.
How did you get this?
Someone
I got a precept. Even just before you left that, going back to the Big Bang and all that New Year's, that was a high satanic thing, man. That New Year's Eve celebration, New Year's Day, that January the 1st, that was a high satanic day. So people dying on that day was not by no coincidence, man. That was a sacrifice, basically.
Luke 21:10. Then said he unto them, nations shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences. This is the point. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Yeah, so fearful sights. Like right now, one of the major ones is the LA fires. Now they're saying that, when you deal with it, you look at it, it's just a wildfire. But then now, it's coming out that they've got all kinds of incentives for them. All kind of incentives set in place for them to do something like this, because they want to establish the Olympics for 2028. The smart cities also. The insurance companies have basically not been insuring the homes around that place, and then basically the fire hydrants ain't got no water. So when you add up all and then more things,
well, 5 fires at the same time, bro.
Yeah,
5 separate fires.
It's funny because they even had a Simpsons episode showing you that there's no water and the fire was fucking shit up.
And I even saw like a video that brother had done. I think there's one family that owns like a large amount of the water supply.
okay.
I think they own like 50 or 60%.
I saw something like they sold it off to like one particular family. I didn't get to run into it.
Probably a small house family.
Yeah, no, it is. Like it's a couple where they're both into business and they bought up a large supply of like on the water.
Yeah.
So they are controlling.
And the same thing happened in Maui, man. Hawaii.
Maui, yeah.
You actually see the fucking the lasers coming from the.
Yeah, they're saying about the palm trees now. They ain't being touched. No palm trees in the water.
Yeah.
So,
And usually wildfires,
it's supposed to take everything.
it's meant to be wild. It's because it's gone from grass or it's gone from tree to tree. So how's a wildfire, escaping from palm trees? Someone's
Picking
gonna
and
have to
choosing
come out
and
and say, oh, the sap is, you know, it doesn't get set on fire, or there's a bomb on the palm of the tree.
That works
It's
in
fire,
universe
man.
because it will just burn for longer.
That's it.
It's fireproof, innit?
Because that's the thing, is like with the prior wildfires, it's like that's why they do controlled burns. They'll be like dried out like trunks or whatever, just like leftover like bits of wood that can catch, and then it's also the leaves and whatnot as well that just collects at the bottom. But then with this, it's just like, bro, structures have been getting annihilated. Structures,
But that's the
like
point.
big buildings, big houses, like
Because-
different businesses.
That's the point, because you might be just going out there innocently, oh, let me just go and do this. But you don't know what Esau's got an agenda in place. I didn't know about the, you know, someone in LA may be more aware of these kind of things. They might have seen, oh, this is controlled demolition. They're making people, oh, I can't get insurance on my house, there's wildfires. Yep, I've got to move to Texas. That's the thinking behind why they're trying to get you out, you know? But then now it's like, okay, now it's happened. They can just say, oh, you see it's been happening for the past 4 years. There's been wildfires here, what, it's getting worse and worse. Global warming, blah, blah, blah. Now you might go out and then you just go out for a meal and then next thing you know, oh, you got stabbed. And it's like, oh, they'll say the same rhetoric they've been saying, oh yeah, you know, everyone's getting stabbed these days, blah, blah, blah. When really and truly, it's a something that ain't no new kind of phenomenon, but they're just using it for their agenda. That's all it is. So that's why when you go out, you gotta move accordingly. You gotta be wise.
That's why this year, man, that's why the scripture says, you know, not to be ignorant. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices.
You're not like the average person out there that's just walking out here blindly, not knowing that we're living in a time of major biblical prophecies. The Lord's made us, give us the foreshadowing, foreknowing of what's to come. Like he tells you in 1 Thessalonians, that we're not in darkness. Like the rest of the world there is spiritual darkness, man. They don't know that what time we're living in. They're just thinking, oh, it's a new year, prosperity and celebrations. Not knowing that this could be their last year on the face of the earth. They're literally going to get burnt to a crisp, you know, by nuclear fire. You know?
But that's why them fires have been sort of like a foreshadowing. Because California's hella wicked, man. You know, that's why it was so lately, but it's like he was talking about like the California hills. And I was hoping that the Hollywood side would come.
The Hollywood
Bro, that's what it's like. It's like a movie level of destruction going down over there, where it's like you see the actual hills burning, you see the fires like reaching the heavens.
They even said it's like apocalyptic fire, like the worst fire that's ever been ever. So you know, Esau even knows that we have to spice it up, like to make sure you know everyone sees the effects of it, because it's like, you know, all hell's about to break loose in America, man. America's gonna turn. You only got like 10 days left until Trump gets in there. And who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen that first day, man? That first day, he might just let loose and just like be like a straight dictator, turn into Hitler overnight.
Well, he's really switching. He's switching.
It was like, I think 2 or 3 days after he got in, he was saying like, oh, you know, I could stay in office for like an extended period of time or whatever. He was saying like he could go beyond the 4 years.
There you go.
So and that's the thing, is people they want it as well. It's not even just that he's saying it. So there's people that are down and will fight for that. So
we don't even know what he's gonna do, man. When he gets in there, he can just slide straight, just throw down a hammer on the people, man. Come down on the tribes and all that.
All the elites may have it where he doesn't even get in.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Another one.
He can get taken out.
Elon's a big talking head as well. So that shows you they got that 1-2 punch going on. You know, you got Trump. Everyone knows what Trump's about, but then you got Elon. He represents that new age that we're entering into with smart cities. That's why he's so fucking prideful. He ain't even talking about America no more. He's saying that over in the UK, he's telling them what they need to do.
Germany.
You know what?
Germany as
They're
well.
actually trying to listen as well. Like. Starmer was like, "No, don't listen to what. I don't care
They're
what Elon's
investigating
saying."
it as well. That's the funny thing.
So it's even fucked as well, because the US and the UK have always been close there, but like right now the UK is trying to build trade missions with China. And then Trump's got mad major issues with China, and they're predicting that's just gonna cause mad tension between like the governments, which again is prophecy, innit? Because you're gonna have this where the UK and the US are
Isolation of the
gonna
whole.
start to, they're gonna start hating each
Yeah,
other.
Macron's been like the main guy that talks against Trump, like from before, and even before Trump got in, he was saying things, and then now with like when he was talking to Germany, they were saying like, he was saying, you know, be wary of Trump, like the influence. You know, should we actually be given credence to what Trump's saying in Europe? So you can see that tension building, and that, like the brother said, it's all prophecy. That's prophecy where you're gonna have that contention. And you know, before you go back 10 years, it's like people would think like, oh, how could this be? Even now, there was something I saw where they were saying like someone in Ireland, I think it was the Irish Prime Minister or something, I don't even know, was saying that NATO asking for more funding is unrealistic. And the NATO funding was an issue last time Trump was in, and that might become another schism point between America and you know, the European nations.
But that's like you're saying, those contentions, man, because it goes into the 10 toes and all that.
Yeah,
It's down in the
spiritual,
second chapter, and they said they're gonna not cleave to one another, you know.
I'm there still.
Okay, go ahead.
But, this is Daniel 2 and 4 and 1. Daniel 2 and 41. And whereas
Start
thou
from 40, innit?
sorry?
40, start from 40.
Yeah.
41, you said.
Yeah, 41.
Start from 40.
Okay, I'll start from 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as the iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise.
Yeah, and that was talking about the Roman Empire, the first part of the Roman Empire. You know, these deadly, and then these deadly rumors healed after the fall, and then they came back and revived as the 7 heads of 10 horns, and America sits on top of that beast, man, which is talking about the, you know, this whole beast system, NATO and the EU. That's what that's talking about. That's going to go into the 10 toes. Go ahead,
Sorry, my phone started. First time.
but it's all comes from the spirit of ancient Rome. That's the same philosophies that they carried on to this system that we're currently in. This is the second leg of the Roman Empire, man. That's waiting to be destroyed.
This is back here. It's about Daniel 2.
And just like in ancient Rome, the strongest thing that the Romans had was their military.
Yeah.
Same thing with America today. The biggest thing they boast about is their military strength.
The military's bloody everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's bloody everywhere. You look at certain, you know, locations throughout the world. It's like, what the hell are these men doing there?
Over 700 military bases
That's
worldwide.
crazy.
Back then they would have called it a Roman occupation.
Yeah.
You might as well call it an
That's it.
American Roman occupation. Same
Hammer
shit.
of the earth, man.
Yeah.
I remember looking into Pearl Harbor. I'm like, blood. It's not even. It's in the middle of the fucking Guam. Guam's in the middle of the fucking. Was it Atlantic? But it was Pacific. Sorry, man.
And
What
it's
are you doing there?
and it says Daniel 2 and 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
Yeah,
But-
so they're divided right now.
Yep.
You got all these different Brexit exits going on.
Frexit,
Frexit, the jerk,
chopsticks.
you know what I'm saying? Jerk chicken, you know. All these European counterparts are starting to want to separate from the beast system, man, because they drunk of that wine and now the nations are mad.
Yeah,
Shall
but
hate, you know,
These shall hate the whole.
But this is it. It's like when you look at the policies that America's pushing out in the world, right? The lot of people on the ground like, oh, we don't want your shit here, man. Right? He comes into your land now. You got a problem there before you can be your woman and that. I can't do that no more. Right? That's why. What did the Taliban do as soon as America left, man? Within the hour, they were pulling down posters of these women. Women got right back in order, man.
Right back in the
Right back in order. It was quick.
It says, but there shall be in it the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the deconstruction of this Edomite European empire, man. All these different nations, like you've got Germany, Spain, France, and all of the contentions that they're having with each other within the EU and the NATO, all these different agreements. Yeah. Now, what was the new thing with was it Turkey wants to go to war with Israel, and they want permission and all that. Something to that nature. I can't remember that article. But that's that contention, man. And it's gonna lead to that third world war.
Yeah. So, but it's spiritual though, because what does the scripture say about Turkey?
Syria? It was Turkey and Syria.
No, it was Israel.
Turkey and Israel.
Yeah, but what does the scripture say about Turkey? I specifically refer to as Goma.
Yeah,
right, that they're gonna be fully on the side of Russia. Man. Right, so that Russia would be a guard unto us, which you've been seeing, and as has been said before, Turkey is one of them countries that are problematic for NATO because they've got a huge army.
Yeah. I think in NATO they're like inventory in terms of like men. Numbers is a third.
Right.
You know,
that
so
goes into that iron.
Yeah. So people must think of Turkey as just that's just Turkey. No, Turkey has like a big army, man.
Think about that on the holiday.
Yeah.
And eating some kebabs.
Kebabs and that.
Get a haircut.
Head transplant.
There's some warriors over there.
It's warriors, that's it. Right? So when they're that was the point.
Yeah, it says in 43, and whereas thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men.
That's it.
But they shall not cleave to one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Yeah, so they're not, this one world order situation, even though they're all going to be in agreement with the mark of the beast system, they're still going to have those contentions, man, because it's all about the struggle of power, you know, and who wants to be on top and all of that in this new world order. But America sits on top of that beast, but they're the ones that's going to get the full force of the Lord when it's all said and done, man. And even their own allies are going to turn against them, man, because they're going to realize that whole new world order thing is null and void. The Lord's not really with it, man. Because America was never built to last forever on this earth, man. It's never been. It wasn't an empire that's going to last for the test of time, rule forever and ages and all of that. That's the Lord said they were going to rule for a short season, man. And that season's just about up.
And then in Revelation 17, it says, "Come, I'll show you the judgment of the great whore." So even before it was established, like it was already written for it to fall. So Trump ain't gonna save shit.
No, you can't save it, man.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah 51.
You're just trying to delay it, basically.
Yeah.
The inevitable.
Yeah. I have a precept. Jeremiah 50 and 9. Let me start from 9. And it says, "For lo, I will raise and cause up to come against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country."
Yeah, who's that talking about? That's talking about the feet of they're going to Revelation 13, the feet of the bear. That's talking about the modern day Medes, which are the Russians. Tsar Putin, man. He's getting ready to attack the West. You know?
And it says, "And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken."
Yeah, who's the her? It's talking about the horse.
The whore.
Which is America. They're going to set themselves against her. So in battle array, so they're getting ready to, when those warheads get shot off, man, they're not going to miss their intended targets, man. Them nukes are going to hit every single part of America that it's supposed to hit. And that's why America's going to turn into that lake of fire, man. So into Revelation 9 and 20, and on different verses, like the 20th chapter as well. America represents that lake of fire, not no pit underneath the earth where Hades is chilling and all that. Tartarus or whatever they call it. Tartarus.
Tartarus.
That shit doesn't exist. It's all Greek mythology.
And like, you know, it's spiritual as well. Obviously, wildfires take place throughout Earth. Like, you know, in different parts of Earth. But what's the most famous place for that always taking place, man? It's America. It's spiritual.
That's what I was thinking, like, if they wanted to stop them wildfires from burning up their houses, you wouldn't build houses in a place where, but they keep every year, they keep doing the same shit. Like, and expecting what do you expect the fires to go around the houses like every year?
Yeah, man, it's for homeless, man.
Burning up your houses for no reason. So it's like you knew what was gonna come, you knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah. It says,
And yeah, like the brother said, that's indicative of what eventually is gonna happen to the whole of America. America's gonna be literally on fire, and everyone's gonna be able to see it on live stream.
And just in the same way that those little fires have been making news, America being completely and wholly burned, that's just going to be rolling cover.
It's gonna be crazy. Everyone's gonna literally like it's gonna be like it seems like it's gonna be during the daytime or something, and everyone's just gonna be watching America burning. Like, it's crazy.
I believe when the apostle was going into that a couple of months back, obviously Scripture says
Noonday.
yeah. And it says, and they shall set themselves in array against her, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, right?
Which represents the ICBM missiles.
Yep. What's that? 2 Kings 16. Shot to the ends of the world.
Plagues,
Yep. Shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
That's it. So when the missiles get shot off from one end of the earth to the other, like Isaiah 13 says, they're not gonna return, man. You know, they're gonna hit their intended targets, especially the land of Israel and America, man. But the only difference is America's never gonna be inhabited by a living soul ever again. But Israel's gonna be rebuilt by the slaves and all that.
Yeah, and it says, and child dear shall be spoiled, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, all ye destroyers of mine heritage.
And you the destroyers of the Lord's inheritance, them small hat rats, man. Them small hats, man. They're the biggest cons on the face of the earth. And act like they're the most victimized people, you know, and most subjected people. But they own every fucking industry on the face of the earth, man. Any industry and every like organization that's you know, in wealth, these JOSS's are all behind it, man. Amalekites, yeah. They own every industry, from porn industry to social media, any type of media industry, clothing industry, banking industry. They all own all of it. But they're the most victimized people on the face of the earth. That makes sense.
And with it, what have they done? They've proliferated wickedness throughout the whole world.
Yeah. And if you say anything about them, you're anti-Sem, anti-this, anti-that.
They're the only ones with the special type of racism, man.
Everyone knows the term racism.
You're anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Because they're actually stolen other people's inheritance, which is you tribes. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You're the real Israelites, man. That's what these devils will fail to tell you, man. But they know who you are. You know, 2/3 of our people that want to live in ignorance, want to call themselves all these slave names. They don't want to come back to their true heritage. So these devils use that against you, man. But you're the true people of the Lord, man, the children of Israel. In 2025, you know, more and more Jakes are going to start waking up to that fact. The elect, anyway. So that's who the Lord's coming for, the elect.
It says, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at the grass.
Yeah, you're grown as fat as the heifer at bulls. Like a cash cow, basically. And what was the cash cow? It's Jake. We was free commodities, man. We was a commodity back then during the slave trade, man. We was working for free. For 400 years, man. So Esau got a 400-year head start above us, man. So when you talk about Jake trying to make it and all that, you can't make it anyway, because these devils got a fucking generation upon generation head start above you, man. That's why you'll never reach their level of success or whatever, man. They climb up that successful ladder that they have, man. Because they already had a head start, man. They had us chattel slavery. We was their cash cow, man.
Yeah, they've got the glass ceiling as well.
Well, yeah, so you can't
the
even
illusion of being able to even get up there.
That's gonna make you work 10 times harder, man.
You're gonna end up like Joy. You wanna get up that ladder. You gotta be like Joy Taylor. You know, succeed to succeed. That's what she has to do. She slept with the whole fucking NFL. Skip Bailey's. She slept with all of them. Even Shannon's us got a piece, man. He's a flamer. And he got a piece of that horse, man. So if you want to get up that ladder of success, you actually got to do, you know, immoral things, man. Immoral things.
and bellow as bulls.
Yeah, so these devils, they've been living fat, man. So they ain't got nothing. Esau can't complain about nothing, man. Because everything he's got is through ill-gotten gains. And he's been living lavish ever since. And you know, your IUIC bugging out, talking about, you know, the Lazarus and the rich man. Talking about the rich man represents rich Jakes. Are you bugging out, man? That's what he said, man. You know IUIC will be bugging out as of lately with his breakdowns. Worse and worse. Yeah, Nate actually tried to say the rich man represents rich Jakes and Lazarus represents poor Jakes. You know,
Abraham, man.
yeah, it doesn't make no fucking sense.
The kingdom.
Let's talk about two different set of people, man. The rich man represents these Edomites that live in lavish right now.
There was a breach between.
There's a breach. That's exactly what brothers brought up as well. Going back to Genesis. Yes, the rich man is Esau. He's in his element and he's in his heaven. Yeah,
Psalm 75, not in trouble as other men.
73 years. So that don't make no fucking sense, man.
And who's these brethren that go back to speak to?
Yeah, kind of.
Like, wouldn't they, if you got rich and poor, wouldn't they both be privy to the same information? But that's why there's a breach, because the breach is that the elites of this world own everything outright, lock, stock and barrel, and they're over there with some kind of information we don't know on this side. So he's trying to tell them, like, look, this is the root. Let me go back and tell them that worshiping the Lord is a root. But then where's the Lord presenting himself? Obviously to everyone upon the earth, but it's starting from, if you look around, it's up the men on these signs, down in the ghettos where the Jews are, all right, where the true children of Israel are. So that's the difference between the two.
Precept. And Jake is scattered as well, man. That's it. You got a lot of Jakes that look like the heathen, but really they're, go back to the stock of Israel. Right. So that's part of the reawakening as well. You're gonna have Jakes that look like the other nations, but really they come from the stock of Jacob, man. And they're gonna be, grafted back in as well. The wild olive tree and all that.
Precept. The point you made. This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, "I've seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth."
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. So who the servants, man? Yeah? These heathens, man, in particular Esau. Yeah. And they're on the horse. Horse represents a position of power. Yeah. So they're living it up. They're not in trouble as other men. They're the ones that's making the rules. They have control of the powers, the bills, everything, man. They're the colonizers. Yeah. But look at Jake. It says the princes, right? Why are we known as princes? Because it's in our names. Yasha Allah, he's the prince of the power. But guess what? We're as servants on the earth, man. Slaves, man.
Since you mentioned power, you might as well get Psalm 75.
How about you reading that?
I got precept. Revelation 11:8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great sea, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, and that goes back to the precept we just read. Ecclesiastes 10:7, princes in the streets, man. Princes. So read that again. What was it? Servants upon horses and princes.
That's it.
Walking servants upon the earth. That's it. Sorry, I don't want to misquote. But that goes back to the dead state that Jake is in. 2/3 of our people, even though we're the top people of the earth, they're in a dead-like state from the neck up. They're spiritually dead, man. They don't even know who they truly are. They want to be niggers. They want to be spits and wetbacks. They don't want to come back to their true royal nationality, because to be an Israelite is to basically say you're royalty, man. That's what these small hats are saying, man. When they're saying they're the chosen people, they're saying that they're better than you, they're saying they're superior than you, they're saying they're the royal people of the earth. And really they're a bunch of, they're scum, man. They're the dirt of the earth. The Lord said they're the basis of men. They're literally like, the Lord's called them violent, and they call them children of fools. But they're trying to say that they're the royalty of the fucking earth, man. That's madness. That's us. That's our state. That's our status, man. Go ahead.
This is Lamentations 4. I start from 21.
Yeah, that's it.
It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked."
Yeah. So now you've had your time to, it says Ecclesiastes 7, time and chance happeneth to all men. So you've had your time to rule and live lavish, and now it's your time to, pay for the crimes that you've committed, man. You got a fool, man. You got to drink of that sour sap, man. That
Dregs.
Yeah, you got to drink the dregs of that cup. That goes to Psalm 75 as well. Because you got to go into slavery, man. You got to be punished for what you did to the Lord children of Israel. What you did to the Lord's chosen, man. You have to be punished, man. No one escapes the judgment of the Lord. And the Lord said He requires that which is past. So all your crimes that you committed, you got to pay for that shit, man.
It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, so the Lord's good. That's why Yahweh Shai came. People want to talk about, salvations for all Gentiles. The Gentiles is talking about Israelites, man, in a Gentile state of mind. Because that's why Yahweh Shai came. He came for the Israelites. He came and died on the cross for Israel. He sacrificed Himself and for the redemption of our sins and to reconcile Israel back to the Father, not no other nation, man.
That's right.
So that's why when He comes back, He's going to get the glory and all of that, and the successors of this in His empire are going to be the children of Israel, starting with the elect. And the punishment has been accomplished, meaning that the Lord's going to have mercy upon us, man. Because if it weren't for Yahweh Shai, the Lord was going to basically keep us out of the Holy Land forever. He was going to kick us out. He was going to disdain us. He was going to take His name from us. And we would be cast away forever, basically. But because of Yahweh Shai, He became the ultimate sacrifice that then became the remission of sins. So how does that include any other nation, man? The other nations are not involved in that contract, man. They're not involved in that contract, man. The Lord said out of Abraham's seed, out of many, one. That goes to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said the children of the flesh, they ain't got no promise, they're part of this promise. That goes for Esau, that goes for Ishmael, all them other nations outside of Isaac, man. Because it went from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the line of the promise, man. So it doesn't involve any, those are the children, that doesn't involve the children of the flesh.
Scripture. After you. Go ahead, finish. I've got one after.
It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
Yes, so the Lord's coming to visit you, devils. That's why you've been seeing these orbs, you've been calling them chariot signs and all that. And you can't, it's unavoidable. You can't make up excuses now. You can't just say they're just drones or they're just some fucking balloons in the sky somewhere floating and flashing lights and all that. You have to express that these are, interdimensional beings coming from a different dimension, man. Unknown forces, you call them unidentified, but in the scriptures that I've identified flying objects, man. They're known as the chariots of Israel, and they're showing themselves. So that's showing you that you're coming to your end.
It says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And I just wanted to make a quick point as well, because this scripture also makes me think about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus as well. Because here it's talking about the punishment of Jacob coming to an end, and then the punishment of Esau next. Which ties the second Genesis to 9. Jacob, Esau being the end, man.
So that is that link, because who's ruling the earth right now? It's not the Chinese. It's not Ishmael. It's not the Arabs. Even though they got Dubai and UAE and all that shit, underground hotels and shit. They ain't ruling the earth. They ain't making policies. It's not the fucking Africans. It's damn sure not the Africans, not the Nigerians. As corrupt as they are, they ain't ruling the earth. It's Esau, man. Esau, Edom's ruling the earth. And why is that? Because he's the last major heathen nation that's going to rule before the kingdom comes into play, before Jacob comes into rulership, which the brother just quoted. Because Yahweh Shai is an Israelite. He comes from the line of Jacob. So that's why it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that follow. Because Yahweh Shai, he's an Israelite. He's going to come and take over this world, man. So Esau is definitely ruling right now. Who else is ruling? If the earth is not giving into the hand of the wicked, who else is ruling right now, man?
Who is he?
Who is he, man?
With like Esau ruling, it's like, why do you have it? I remember back in when David Cameron was in, Uganda was they were trying to bring back putting the Moors to death.
Gay rights
and then like they announced it, then you had David Cameron say, if you man do that, you man are getting no more funding. Like your support's getting cut off.
Backed up.
So it's like all around the world, all these different nations, they have to go to the West to really get co-signed on a lot of things they do.
Image of the beast.
Exactly.
They gotta follow after, you know, democracy.
Yeah.
You know, the whole philosophy, everything is perpetuated in the Western world.
Yeah.
Even that's why most their rulers, before they get into power, whether it be in, you know, Africa, Asia.
Oh yeah, they go to the West to study.
That's it.
Yeah.
They go into
And they go
private
to
schools.
yeah, the prolific one. They'll be in Cambridge. They'll be in Oxford.
Yale.
They'll be in
Harvard.
classes with other people that are also rulers
Yeah.
over their lands as well.
Yeah.
You have to get them credit.
So they all think the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
The Esau's approval and green light.
That's it. Because all have to come under that banner, innit? Like, you know, like you said, green light from the, you know, the elites basically, to show that they're going to be puppet leaders. Because all these politicians, they're all puppet leaders, man. No matter who they come from or who they work for and all that. If they into politics and all these different government things, they're all puppets, man. You know, you got some that's slower on the totem pole than others. You got certain people that actually think that actually trying to work to make a difference in society, not knowing that they're working for the enemy, man. You know, but eventually, if they go up the ladder, they're gonna realize, oh, they've been funded by these small hats and all that, which is the devil, man. The synagogue of Satan. So no matter if you try and weasel your way into it some way or try and change things on different levels, you're gonna find out that really the devil, you know, controls the whole fucking thing, man. It's a hierarchy of devilship, man. You know?
Quick precept. Yeah. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, and that's why you got the situation with the BRICS. You had as late last year, you had different nations trying to sign up with, you know, the BRIC nations with Russia to counteract NATO and the EU. You know, because everyone's, you know, getting fed up with the American way, man. Because when you deal with America, what you're going to deal with is debt, you know, further enslavement, further fucking financial debt, more sanctions and all these different, you know, tariffs and shit, sanctions and the shit you didn't want to have to deal with because you want to deal with the American dollar, man. But now these nations have realized they don't need to use America's monetary system no more. They can function by using their own currencies, man. You know, which America used to be able to stop, you know, put a stop to back in the, you know, early, back like 20 years ago or less. They used to just send in the different jackals and stop all them type of things like Gaddafi and all that. Like when he wanted to use the gold, areas to make, to create his own monetary, they put a stop to that, you know, and all these different things. But now it's like they're just letting it go free because they, you know, it's too much hassle basically. Because all these nations are getting fed up with the American way of living, man. But America's still on top, man. They're still the #1 nation, you know, globally, so to speak. You know, because as we mentioned earlier, because of that military, you know, they're still got the main dominance over the face of the earth. But that power is dwindling right now, man. Because you got Russia, you know, they're creeping up there. Well, they've been up there anyway. They're the main nemesis of America. And when time comes, they're going to take America out anyway, pursuant to biblical prophecy.
That's right.
You know, so that's why Russia's always just being able to maintain their own, no matter what America, you know, throws at them, so to speak, in regards to threats. Because they're going to be the main clash of the titans that's going to go down in World War III. And then you got China and all these other nations as well. But yeah, America, man, everyone's fed up with America, man. Especially them small hats, man. Everyone's getting fed up with them small hats. You know, it says that they're going to be greatly despised amongst the nations in the book of Obadiah. Greatly despised, man.
Quick script. Proverbs chapter 20 from the top. This is dealing with that wine. It says, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. And pretty much, you know, the nations that you said that they're waking up, they're fed up of Americanization, fed up of the ways of America. That's these nations waking up from that drunken stupor, waking up from the inebriation, you know, with a badass hangover. Hold on a minute, we've been fucking duped. You know what I mean? So
they're enjoying it for a while.
That's it. Yeah, enjoying it for a while. Yeah.
Even with that as well, it's like everyone's been bringing up the birth rate, and it's like South Korea, Japan, they're kind of at the cutting edge of that, to where it's like they're realizing there's no way in hell they took the system on, and now it's like people can't have kids. They like can't buy houses. The job market's fucked. The monetary system's fucked. Going to uni has become fucked. All them that so-called way of life where everyone was meant to flourish. They're seeing now we're toast.
It's not worth it.
Like 2 more generations gone, and then like they ain't even gonna be around.
I see an article the other day, that was last week, regarding the Japanese, and they were saying it would require a lot of black men to come in.
Which is like that's
desperate for black men.
That's hilarious.
Them fucking passport bros.
And you know they're very what's it called, logical with their approach. You know, the Ammonites and Moabites.
Yeah.
So there's something about, you know, getting to see the black men.
For, you know, it's the best option.
Yeah, fertility and whatnot, the birth rates and stuff. So it's crazy.
I've got a quick one as well. Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?
Yeah, because everyone's seeing the rise of how America got there, you know, and Israel as well, because they're both in tandem together. How they got their fame and basically power on the earth, man, by stealing and killing and robbing and all that, man. You know, ill-gotten gains. Everyone's seeing that it's, you know, it's never been fair game when you deal with the Edomites, man. There's always some backdoor or backstabbing type activity, you know, some shenanigans that these devils are always about, man. You know, that's how they colonized, that's how they took over the whole earth through colonization, man. You know, encroaching on other people's property, you know, sticking their nose in other people's business where it's not warranted. You know, telling people what they can and can't do in their own fucking land. You know, what they can own and what they own and have not in their own fucking land. And now these nations are like, nah, man, we're fed up with this shit, man. Woe to them that increases with that which is not his.
State of Israel, like, because it was supposed to be in Africa at first when the British were trying to find a base, and they rebelled against the Arabs, so then they decided to move it to Palestine, and they agreed they were going to live, even though they don't belong there, they were saying, yeah, we're going to live harmoniously with the Palestinians, and you just see the territory over the years decreasing to the point where now.
It's also, that was spiritual anyway, because that goes into the scriptures, you know, them and stealing the Lord's land, you know, the bastards and, you know, the heathen possessing the Lord's land and boasting and bragging about how they took us down, you know, and you know, it's going to come back to biting them in the arse in the end, because the Lord said he's going to destroy them out of that land anyway.
I've got a bit more stuff on that. It says, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, thick clay goes into that batiyah, the Hebrew word batiyah, talking about that debt, you know, that these devils have accumulated over the years, that incurable debt, which is probably in the 35, 36, 30 something trillions right now, man. It's never going to be paid off, you know, and that's going to be one of the main reasons why the American economy is going to tank, man, you know, because they're going to keep printing off that fake paper note money to the point of no return, man. All that quantitative easing is going to come back to bite them in the arse as well. And the scripture says in James 5:1, like 5:1, that the gold and the silver is moth-eaten, it's tankard and all that. Tankard, I mean, you know, so that all that is going to be a witness against them, because everyone can see that America's debt is just like, it's the reason, one of the main reasons why the empire is going to fall, man. Just like the ancient Roman Empire, one of the main reasons why the denarius, the ancient Roman Empire fell, because of the denarius, man. They started mixing metals and all that, you know, coming up with different false measurements, false balances and all that. And that was one of the main reasons why the ancient Roman Empire fell, due to their finances as well. And same thing with America today, the modern day Roman Empire. Go ahead, up.
Says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them?
Yeah, so everyone's gonna, when everyone sees blood in the water and America's falling, they're all gonna want a peace, man. That's why it tells in Isaiah 14, man, it's just a man. Everyone's gonna be like kind of astonished, but at the same time, they're gonna be relieved, man. Like, yeah, finally this devil's been brought down, man. Getting a taste of his own medicine. Because it's just a poison in the earth, man. Esau is just a straight up a plague in the earth. It's a cancer to this earth, man. sucking the earth dry of its resources, man. You know, and everyone, you know, it needs to be. What's the best way to quench a virus? Fire.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord gonna send that fire, man, to get rid of that fire, burn that shit out. James.
Yeah. James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Yeah, so the rich elite, starting with the banking families and all that, because they own all the world's wealth, but they don't understand that their time, that all those riches is not going to be able to deliver you in the time of the Lord's judgment, man. You know, when the Lord's judgment comes down, all bets is off. There's no amount of money you can use or pay off to, you know, to subside from these prophecies, man, and for you to go into slavery. Because that's ultimately what you elites are going to do, man. You're going to lose your empire, and you're going to be the first crops of slaves in the Lord's kingdom. And your riches can't deliver you from that.
Right. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and a rust of them shall be a witness against you.
Yeah, like we just mentioned earlier about the BRICS. That's why you had the BRICS conglomerates and all that, all the nations trying to band together and basically step away from the American dollar. They call it the de-dollarization and all that. Because everyone can see that America's money system is moth-eaten, man. It's cankered, it's weak as fuck. You know, there's no point, you know, investing in that, man. You know, it's about to crumble.
Right. And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers, which have reaped down your fields, which of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
Yeah, the hire of the laborers represents who? The slaves. Us, the tribes, man. We reap back your fields. We were talking about that earlier, man. The slaves, man. You know, the transatlantic slave trade, the free labor. We're the ones that built up this fucking society. We're still here catching the hell, man. We ain't got we don't receive no, what's it saying on Wisdom of Solomon? No account for our labours. We don't receive no credit for our labours. All we get called is black this and black that. You know, but we're the ones who built this fucking society up, man. The way to the way it is. If you didn't have Jakes and, you know, from the tribes and Northern Kingdom, you wouldn't have no railroad system and all of that, man. It was the slaves that built up the railroad systems and all that. Even though what down to the White House that you devils are living in. Jakes built that shit up. You devils are celebrating and all of that. You know? So Jakes played a big part, especially financially, in basically the uprising and, you know, of America, man. They basically they started to build you know, the increase of your empire through that free labor. You know, cotton fields and all that shit, man. The original stocks and bonds, man. You know?
Because the invention, I mean, the Jacobs have been inventing.
All them inventions, even down into world wars, man. Well, if you had the Tuskegee Air, man, your pilots would have been fucked, man.
You know, this man's a devil. What did he do? How did he repay, you know, our ancestors, our forefathers, our brothers and sisters?
Pay the slaveholders.
But yeah, but even poisoning Jake, man. With crack, COINTELPRO, all these different things. So now if you look over like Judah, because Judah go for it from my hair on Twitter and Instagram, you know, social media, they're always, you know, crying out, oh, no one respects us, no one rates us, whatever. Because the way that the black culture they're perpetuating now, you forget that they're the nation that, you know, invented all these great things and they presented so much to the earth. Esau just ground them to mill, and now you look at them like, a bunch of Sexy Red and, you know, Cardi B and, you know, like these type of niggas. That's it. That's what you see now. But you had great men that came out, and, you know, obviously the greatest men are the prophets of Yahweh, Hashem, but Israel in general are great people, man.
We're the form of all things.
That's it.
And even going back to what you're saying, like going back to the war and all that, because on Netflix, I just watched it the other day, watched part of it, and not the whole thing. It was based on a true story, but you had women as well that went into the war and all that to help Esau in the war, man. They were recruiting women and shit, man. To fight on the front lines and shit.
Yeah, because it's what was the other one? I can't remember the name of the movie, but they did one on the women that were in NASA as well, the black
Figures.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had the what's it called? Scientists as well that helped build the rockets and shit. There was a few females that helped them.
Yeah.
Hidden figures.
Hidden Figures.
That's the movie. Yeah, with my girl, what's her name?
Yeah.
Some baby boy.
Tarisha P. Henson or whatever.
Yeah, baby, man.
That was hell, man.
She'll forever be that character.
That was hell, man. She had to run back home just to go toilet.
Oh yeah, she had to run around the whole to go toilet and shit. She was complaining that they wouldn't let her use the toilet and all that kind of stuff. You know, Kevin Costner was really.
But that's the thing. It's like Jake endured in like through hell, basically. Now you got white people getting upset like, oh no, I'm country, blah blah blah. Bro, Jake was thriving in those scenarios, and not complaining. Yeah, and that's like brother said, that's been forgotten. All of that's been thrown in the bin. Now you mention black anywhere, then there's like 900 examples to look to of a degenerate. So then that's successfully just made it so you can't even try and put any honor on anything that Jake's done ever.
Which obviously, you know, Jake being that way is obviously from the curses. But really, it was pushed on them by Esau. You know what I mean? With Jake being so into like mirth and sex and you know, violence. The most violent man is Esau. You know, even with drugs, right? You know, now the face of drugs is Jake with his pants down. What about the opium wars, man?
Go to the city.
That took down countries. Meanwhile, Jake will have a city block. And they're like, oh my, he's the most terrible human on the planet.
You got the whole China strung out on fucking opium,
bro. High as hell.
Project Orange.
They went from the people that wouldn't deal with you like a secret empire. So you had to drug them just to be able to even gain access. So that even shows you you're a cancer to the earth. Because you didn't present any good to them. You said, okay, what we'll do is exploit them. We'll present ourselves in a certain fashion. And then we'll get in there and then, you know, take over.
Because at that time, the Chinese was like, they had a lot of wealth. Because basically everything that they export to Europe, right, they would have to pay it in silver. So, like, other nations, like here, started to go broke. So what they wanted to do is find something where they can trade with, like you take this China and tea and stuff, whilst we give you something else. But like at that time, China was like, bro, I'm good.
I don't need your trade.
Pay me in silver, man. So that's when eventually the opium thing happened. You know,
Esau's the king of undermining, man.
Kingpin, man.
That's what these devils do. They speak with a forked tongue.
Forked tongue, You
can never that's why I said never trust that enemy.
It's like even this case with Maduro.
25 million.
Now they're on the
25 million.
He's on the ransom thing, isn't
it? 25 million. That's gangsterism.
And that's the legitimate president, bro. Man said, fuck that.
I'm on his head. That's it, man. That's why
even America, man.
You do business with the devil, man.
You can't.
It's treacherous, man. Treacherous waters.
I got a bit more on this. James 5:5. Sorry, 5:4. Behold the hire of laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is often kept back by fraud prior.
Yeah, so that's Jake. We're crying to the Lord, the Sabaoth, which is the Lord of armies. We're asking the Lord to come and avenge us, man.
When you type it in the screen.
Like this is in Psalm 2, command deliverance for Jacob. Because our enemies, Esau, Edom, man, he's just on his, he doesn't get stopped. There's going to be no flesh left to be saved, man. The Lord doesn't come back and rescue us. This devil will destroy us and himself. He's just to destroy us all. He's the harbinger of death.
He even researched that himself. He found out, he's like, damn. These scientists are telling, like, yo, if you don't thingy, they're saying that the planet's heating up too much. Everything's
50 years left.
Microplastics in everything. And microplastics in like undersea creatures.
99% of existence has that. Like of everything.
I showed you,
Eagle's eggs.
Like time wasn't shortened.
I'm not
on
even-
on a mountain,
Yeah.
like bro.
The time
Hell,
was short,
hell,
man.
yeah.
There'll be no flesh to be saved. Everything would just die off.
Yeah.
It would be a desert wasteland. There's
Stinks,
nothing
man.
there.
Because even like the birth, you talk about the birth rate, Esau, they're not even trying to,
Make more
babies like that. They're depleting right now.
They're trying to get dogs and all that. Like that's their.
No.
That's the real.
It's not even
Yeah,
that,
if
that's
you're in
real.
their
their
environment,
children,
that's
yeah.
what you see. They'll have a baby very late, and then their baby will have all kind of deformities, like glasses, young, all
Die
that.
young and all that shit.
Yeah.
Menstruous women shall bring forth months.
It says, and cries of them which have reaped are, and the cries of them which have reached are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
That's the cries are talking about the men of the Lord, really. Because where the ones that sign and crying for the abominations and stand in the midst thereof is really the men of the Lord, man. The men of the hopeful elect. They're the only ones that's crying to the Lord on a daily, come and take this devil out, man. When, Lord? Like, when, Lord? You know, how long, Lord? You know? Because we're fed up with this damn devil, man. The more, especially when you wake up into this truth, like what's always saying, the more and more you increase in knowledge in this truth, the more angry you get. Spiritually, man, you just get more discomforted, and you know that's part of the main reasons how you know you're on the right path, man. Because you get sick and tired of shit.
Sigh and cry, innit?
Take the, you know when you press that, it
Sigh
You
and
don't want to
cry.
be in the
Take the
house of
picture.
mirth. House of mirth is for
But now it's going live
you know,
straight
we're
away.
in the house of mourning, man.
Don't know that.
Your
Don't know.
is, you know, crying out.
I know what I'm doing, bro.
You know, you're like Neo waking up in the Matrix, man. You want answers, man.
I know what's
And then you
happening.
find
man.
out the true answers in the scriptures, man.
It's
Coming back to your nationality, knowing the name of your
mad.
Lord and power, and repenting,
fucking
and
about.
praying that the
Look
Lord
at
comes
this.
back sooner rather than later.
You know,
It's
usually,
gonna
yeah,
be
you
day.
don't go live.
That's what
and
we're
then
praying for.
press
When 2025
that, and then
came,
it
it
makes
was
you
like,
take
yeah,
it from there.
one day closer to the return of the Lord.
No, I remember over at yours,
you do it
the,
all
the,
at the
fucking
same
Olympics,
page.
remember?
Yes.
We was waiting for
yeah.
Slack.
I was there with a popcorn.
We were waiting for shit to crack up. Let's go, bro. You know, because them times man's new, man's coming. Who's at your house, like, who's waiting, and we waited when it was dropped at the Olympics. Who was thinking something's gonna
be an attack.
Because remember, we even thought there was going to be things up on the roof. Esau was going to pop missiles off on the roof.
Everything else is
The whole slag. That's what we were like hoping on that, bro.
That would be beautiful, man.
That would have been beautiful.
We're in the time,
One at the time, but look what has happened since then anyway. Their shit's going, bro, we're at the end.
going on about, bro.
That's why everyone's
going
getting,
like
sorry,
I was gonna say that's what it says. They shall come and thou shalt desire the Lord and shall not see.
That's what I'm saying. You're making it get in your head.
It's hastening.
Like I'm not,
It's
like I'm
hastening,
done.
bro.
Or it's horizontal. I
That's
know
what
that
true
I'm
man
not
is supposed to
stupid.
be like.
It's
You're
honest,
supposed
bro.
to be in a spirit
Come
of, I
on.
want to stay
You're
here.
saying that
We on out.
showing you
I
I've
want to
done
stay
it.
working a 9 to 5
It's
forever.
unhorizontal.
I wanna stay
but it's
sick.
just
Yeah,
fucking
you want
about.
to keep waking up in
All
this
my
big
whole
ass place,
phone
man, seeing
is
flames
unhorizontal.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Chinese this,
Everything's
Transformers
supposed to
there.
just line
Like,
up.
you get fed up with this shit, man. Every day you wake up,
Hopefully,
you
if
just
I
feel
press
vexed,
go
bro.
live,
You're still
straight
here.
into it.
You know what's to come, like.
It's fucking
You
about
know,
you.
you know the
Telling you,
promises
it's
that
not
the
me.
Lord made. So you like, you
Look at
can't
this as
be
well,
like
man.
that spirit of, you know, we just get along to get along. Nah, man.
You forget all that, bro, and then
Taking
you know, because you get comfortable. You know, let's say
Yeah, like,
you might have certain,
complacent.
yeah, of course, bro. That's why brothers is, you know, that's why brothers is jacked up. Really, we're really ill, man.
Jacked up.
Fuck this shit, bro. And that's a good spirit to be in.
Yeah,
It's
That
actually,
means you're ready to leave.
thank you, bro.
I do
Yeah.
that.
Captain Exile, man.
Yeah.
Shalom, bro.
Go ahead. Sorry about Carl, man. Sorry, bro.
That's all good, bro. Like, yeah, I'll read this one quick, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, super fire one. Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow.
And that's can I say something? That's thing, bro. That's basically remember Revelation when he said, listen, the book is gonna be sweet but bitter. Remember? That's that, bro. Because the lifestyle becomes bitter.
Yeah.
But sorry, go on.
No,
I'm saying the
truth
life,
makes it become bitter.
the truth, yeah. And then, you know, day to day, because we're living it, we live the real life in this
Do I need
world,
to
but we
flip
see what's
this, or
going
do I
on.
need to keep
It
it
becomes
like
more
that?
bitter, bro. And the more you think like that, it's like then you're getting attacked by spirits. The brothers are sick. You saw that one recently with the brother.
Brother, yeah,
He was
see,
getting
came
Bro,
face
it's
to
that
face,
outside
face to
demons,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you can't even go back into the world. Like, you can't, once you got tasted this truth, you won't even feel right going back into the world, man. You're just gonna feel fucked in the spirit.
What you gonna do?
You're gonna have
But
bare
that's-
demons in your heart.
But that's the reason why when you have a good thing in this world, so to speak,
Yeah.
Like,
trying
say
to
you
get a
get a
job,
woman
you
or
get a
you
job,
just,
man.
A
in your
good
mind,
job,
you're
a
just
good,
like,
so-called good job.
good job. In your mind, you're like, where's Satan, man?
Yeah, you gotta
Satan,
be like that,
waiting
bro.
for Satan to plot.
Bro, you gotta be like that, bro.
That's
how you gotta
You
think,
know
bro.
he's always round the corner. You're just thinking something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Real, for real, bro.
It's a setup, man. Man's being set up in the spirit. Man.
And it doesn't matter. You see, it's true. You mentioned that you might get a nice girl that just all of a sudden cooking for you. Oh shit, she's an Israelite. You know, like basically it's true. Then because you get complacent, you know, and then all the jobs, all the money, and then when you're getting complacent, then you're getting attacked. That's when you're fucked, bro. Because you let your guard down.
That's it. That's why
It's a boxing match, bro.
You got to stay sober-minded. The Lord said use the world but not abuse it, man. Obviously, you have to do things in this world, sweat of the brow.
Yeah.
Brothers have to work.
Make
otherwise
things
you
work.
ain't gonna
Make
eat,
things
man.
work. Yeah.
When they get heating in your house, you have to, be able to pay your bills and shit. But at the end of the day, you're gonna lose your mind and lose yourself in this world, man, because you already know this place is temporary, man.
It's definitely.
And the Most High can make you pay for that anyway.
Exactly.
Because when you come in the truth, man, the Lord opens your mind up to the demons.
Exactly.
You know, and you aware. So now that's when the battle's between yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're going for a spiritual battle to attain the kingdom, man. So basically, if you slip up and you start doing BS, then the Lord will then your ass gets dragged out the truth. So you're in a different battle to them people in the world, man. As well. On top of it, you know what I'm saying? On top of what we're doing the same shit. But then you're in the real battle. You know, the real battle. You know.
Precept.
Yeah, man.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, spiritual armor and everything. And that's even with philosophies, doctrines, because even that's another battle that you got so much people in the world, right? All this different alternative media, they're getting caught up into one kind of thing there, whether it be Trump, whether it be Elon, whether it be even
Elon
Israelites
Musk.
that sold out. There's always a snare somewhere. So that's another spiritual battle too. You know, because the scriptures talks about being carried by every wind of doctrine. You also got Alex Jones, InfoWars, right? He calls it InfoWars. But then now he's jumped on. He's pushing the beast.
Yeah, he is.
He's pushing the
Bro,
beast.
he's been around from like day as well.
Because he's started to lose a bit of weight now, you know what I'm saying? It's coming with a new image.
Yeah.
He's saying, Elon Musk. Elon Musk has stopped the new world order and all that. He's chatting bad shit.
He's killed it.
Yeah, but that shows you. But brother said for years he was an insider anyway. No, that shows you he was an insider. Because you know,
Wife's Amalek as well.
oh, his wife's Amalek, but that shows he was an insider
He's
from
been an
Quay.
insider. So that's what they do. All of them guys are insiders.
Coming on.
They're insiders, bro.
Because but that's what the elites do.
Yeah.
To crash the system and then control the truther movement. So all these so-called truther movements, they've been controlling these geezers. So then when it comes to it now, all of a sudden, look how easy it's been to just. A lot of people that are more clued in, the people that have already been studying this shit for years ago. You know what I'm saying? They're more like, you know, because you would have heard Hegelian dialectic, both sides and all that. You would have heard all that. A lot of these new cats that are jumping onto conspiracies, they don't know any of that. They don't really know how deep it goes.
Yeah, the 2020 man, them like
Right, all of that. They don't know what's going on, man.
Bro, yeah.
We already knew all that.
Yeah.
The 13 bloodlines and all that. And the control, you know, all of this kind of stuff. A lot of them don't even know about
But you
that.
see, it's funny because even
And that's why Alex Jones, people like him, he started saying, "Oh, the globalists."
Yeah.
Just like this term, so you know who the fuck they're talking about.
even Andrew Tate says stuff like it says it in that way. The globalist.
Now you're trying to run for PM.
I see that.
All of this. But all of that is part of the New World Order anyway.
Of course it is.
Now, when that thing happened with Trump and with the Tesla, right? Now, I got to go over it because I said I don't want to say some misinformation.
Yeah.
But basically, it was some army geezer that I think he blew up the
that's
Tesla.
right. It was an
deliberately
a
now,
tactical white boy.
What I see,
White boy.
if I'm right, if it's what I'm thinking the story is, you see how they've come into the fucking power scene.
Yeah.
Now people are doing terror attacks on the technology.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
This is crazy. So now the new T-bombs it's going to be people that are targeting his AI. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's how, you see how they've done that, man? No, like, come on, like the people, the terrorists are targeting tech.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Tesla and that.
They did that with the 5G thing as well. You already seen a snippet of that, and you couldn't talk about that, man. You couldn't talk about that 5G. That channel's getting stripped.
But even Tyson Fury after that fight,
Channels were getting
after that fight with Usyk Fury, they asked him about AI and that, and he goes, "Forget all of that," and that he goes, "Remember that? Tyson Fury in the press conference, he goes, "Forget that. It's go back to the petrol and all this and all that." He was saying, "Forget this technology and all this." So he was kind of slacking it off on public. So it's them attacks. Exactly.
It
People
says,
talking shit about.
"For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities."
You know, I was watching David Icke. He was cursing out.
That's right. They locked him down for a bit, David Icke, isn't it?
Yeah, because
he's back out now.
Oh, is he back?
He's talking now. He's back talking.
Yeah,
though.
but he's not as.
They haven't given him platforms, big platforms. Yeah.
But he was getting on them.
yeah, David Icke.
It's like, what drives you? I've got kids. Yeah. But he's sold out to he's
even though he's the insider anyway.
But his angle's different.
Yeah.
Because he's bringing it to that Judge New World Order.
Yeah.
Those
mysticism,
the mysticism part of the New World Order, man. Which is that's that deep esoteric shit in the Albert Pike's and the writings and all of that. So he's bringing you over that side.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood."
People was rolling up on him and asking him questions. So that's part of that flesh. We're not. People were saying, "Well, what's with that? You got a Babylonian symbol on your artwork," and then he would just spin it. You know what I'm saying? Perceptions and all that.
But he does. He goes in though. He goes into like Babylon and all that history and that. He goes in.
It was him, innit?
It was him.
Alex like kind of got
calm,
See the Zeitgeist, so that was another CIA program that came out of nowhere. That couldn't.
And that got big as well.
Yeah, that was. I don't even think that was David Icke. That was.
No, it wasn't. I think he was on it though. I think he was on that DVD.
I don't remember that. I don't remember being on Zeitgeist.
I think it was younger guys.
I don't think it was on that. That was some weird geezer that was talking, and it was just showing pictures the whole time. And it was just geezer, just like Zeitgeist was the one. The whole thing was about trying to say that the Lord goes back to Egypt. BS. That was BS. That was just demonic. It got debunked. This Zeitgeist, it got debunked. People was like, this is BS. But that was satanic. But there's nothing. That was like the flat earther stuff as well. See, these are what we're talking about. Carried by every wind of doctrine. Y'all don't know what's going. Y'all don't know. To have a base, it's got to be the scriptures.
Yeah.
Because everything outside that is satanic.
That's right. Yeah. Isaiah 8:20, to the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
And what y'all don't understand is all these elites, they study, as we always talk about, ancient witchcraft of the Syrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, Persian mysticism and all that. That's why they go over to Elam, India, all them people.
Egypt.
They talk about these ascended masters and all that. It's all witchcraft. Basically, what that is saying that you, a divine God within your own right. You know what I mean? And basically worship yourself and do judge and get these powers. That's what it is.
That's why people are all on that.
Manifest your Hinduism.
Taoism.
Everyone's on that. Everyone's got that spirit in Babylon. You see some of them, especially them women. Them women put that into them hard. They love that knowledge. Them women, they love that. You see certain men, but a lot of women love that spirit.
They mix it with.
They do.
Because it's really that witchcraft is like a feminine spirit.
Well, that is feminism. Is witchcraft.
You're right.
So like
mix it with feminism, because basically it's the same shit. Feminism. Witchcraft,
it all interlinks.
It's the same.
That's what it is.
Feminism is witchcraft. It goes back to ancient feminism. Even a serpent, it's ancient witchcraft.
Yeah.
Queen of Heaven worship. Feminism is nothing but Queen of Heaven worship.
Yeah, bro. It's big. It's a big. Yeah.
Queen of Heaven. Feminism is witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Yep.
It's straight up witchcraft. She's a god, and men have to bow.
That's
to
why
her.
you see.
That's straight up witchcraft.
Yeah.
That's against the divine order of the Most
And that's
High
what it is,
nature.
bro.
Yeah.
That's altering nature, and she's been. What does she have to do to get these powers?
Just
Okay, just right, big bro.
They've got a womb. That's it.
Well, you know, but you see
So
it.
demons-
the women that are more into
Demons
that.
are suffering with these,
that's
behind these.
they are, bro.
Demons, it's demons.
And you see it because there's certain women you will see, and you can see it more heavy on them.
Yeah.
That spirit. Yeah, you see it more heavy on them.
Remember that Tina Turner movie when she was doing that Hindu prayer and shit?
Oh,
in the
yeah.
movie?
Okay,
She was in
okay.
front of the mirror doing that Hindu shit.
Yeah.
In front of all the incense.
Yeah.
You know, saying all the chants and that.
Yeah, bro.
Into that shit.
That's why they're so worshipped. They get worshipped and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
There's just definitely evil spirits with that. Yeah, sorry.
Let's read on. Let's read on.
Yep, so this is Jeremiah 9:23. It says, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth.
Because the Most High gives the riches and takes away. It tells you that. So we're on the bottom. You niggas is bums.
Yeah.
Or you niggas, what have you? All these comic board warriors about, developed nations. Well, you developed nations, the colonizers.
Right.
Now they're trying to spin that. Now they don't want you talking about
Nah.
that. They got Pierce Morgan, which he's a fucking
He's
demon.
an insider
He's a
anyway.
Satan.
Man. Of course he is.
Pierce Morgan, yeah. Bro, you watch this geezer sucking cock of the elite.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
He's around.
He is.
He's
Well,
if you go on these fucking Rothschilds, Rockefellers pages, he's on there.
and this is what I was gonna say
He's
to you.
on their
Because
pages,
his boss,
commenting, licking. He's a fucking.
his boss
shill,
is a man called Rupert.
demon.
His boss is Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch is an inside. He's
he
basically
funds-
he's funded by
he's-
Rupert Murdoch,
he's the
and they
one
fund the state of Israel. And that came out, and that's why he went quiet on the show
Right,
once.
yeah.
Someone said, "Wait a minute, your boss is Rupert Murdoch. He pays your checks." Like, but you're talking about your four. Because he tries to play
He
the
tries
ball.
to act like
I
it
don't
just-
like that they're killing kids and all that bullshit. But your bosses are the same people that fund it. Rupert Murdoch, bro. Look up Rupert Murdoch. He's an insider
Yeah,
with them lot.
He did that documentary in was it Montenegro? The place-
Monaco?
Monaco.
Yeah.
About the billionaires.
Yeah.
And
He's
he was
in there.
over
He's in
man,
there,
and he
Pierre.
was doing it, and he was just sucking their cock throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was doing.
He's a puppet, man.
The grand, you know what I mean?
I think that cat is, he's Irish, isn't it? He's Irish. He is.
It's all that's coming from the grand.
Yeah. He's in there with them. He's on a lower level.
Man, he's a leech.
He's there. He's just their little lackey. Well, look up his boss, Rupert Murdoch, bro, on the
Dying to
paperwork.
be in that seat, like,
Rupert Murdoch, can't. Rupert Murdoch, he funds Netanyahu.
Yeah, he's a small hat.
He's a small hat, and that's his boss on ITV and all
He's
that.
like the owner of what is it, News Corp? I think it is. All the news, like
He's big.
The Sun, all the big newspapers, the
Yeah.
Times,
Yeah, that's right, the
World,
Time-
a bunch
that-
of the News of
Because,
the World, a
because
bunch of the news.
remember, he used to work for the Times. What's his name?
Thingy.
Yes, and there was a scandal where he got
Yeah,
sacked.
yeah,
Yeah, he got sacked in that. But they're still paying him.
Phone conversation.
Yeah, and he's still big anyway. He's still like he gets everyone on his show anyway. He's huge.
These are they're all insiders, man. All like brothers were saying, they paid opposition, then,
Paid him.
COINTELPRO, all that shit.
Yeah, because we're coming in at a time where it's New World Order, so everything's changing. The way things are. So there's going to be a lot of T-bombs getting thrown, terrorists,
Yeah,
different
definitely.
people. Basically, being against the state, you're going to be anyone that doesn't think the way the government wants you to think. If you're against AI and the chip and all that, you're going to be declared a terrorist. Full stop. That's just what's going to be going down.
Yeah.
And that's why they got these modern day shill fake paid off insiders
Yeah.
that are just that are all over the internet.
Yeah, bro.
You know, that's what they are. These geezers and it's all fitting in. How the fuck can all of a sudden Trump he gets AI boy in there? And AI itself, come on man, that's one of the biggest. That was one of the biggest New World Order. It is the it's the biggest New World Order
Scandal.
tool. And that's what's what like can you believe this shit? Fuck. This shit is crazy. That's how you know what times you're like, what the fuck is going on? And these stupid ass motherfuckers, but that's why I like
They're just gonna get. They're just cannon fodder, man.
I don't know what's going on, and that's what they got people who just
Walking
that's
around.
why we get on the nerve for like,
Yeah.
because these people have been so
Desensitized. And all
right,
that
and
shit.
so and to mirth, that's their God.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's going, as long as it can go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Restaurant.
Pubs, clubs,
But they elites over
And then now
generations.
to get into them pubs, clubs, bars, you need to get
Visual ID,
that's what it is. So now that's what they're gonna go. They're gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's right.
No,
That's
the,
really
the,
where
the
we're
job
headed.
chat showed a lot of people.
that's
that.
it. It was the same
You
thing.
just couldn't do anything. You couldn't go into places unless you had that.
And then the funny thing is, they got all the people to take it. Then they reopened everything anyway, So then we could go in there without that shit. But then like you said, it's a control thing. They just want you to, they want to test it out. It's exactly. So we know when the mark comes now,
Do the same shit down.
Yeah.
Only this time, if you don't accept, you're not going to be allowed to.
Yeah.
That's why
Function.
they're doing the smart cities.
Yeah.
So only certain people can gain access.
Yeah.
Should desire to want to go into a city and not be able to.
In time, innit?
Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, you gotta know what they're and what they said in the Albert Pike document was. And you know what? Yeah, a lot of this stuff, the Simpsons predicted and all this. They didn't predict nothing. It's called predictive programming. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's called. The blueprints of the Illuminati was before this fucking Simpsons, right? It's in books like The Brave New World with Huxley and all these different books going back to the 30s and even before that. There's documents in the 1800s and shit like that.
They said the main writer, which I can't remember his name right now, but the writer, he's a Freemason. That's what they said, didn't it?
Max,
You've been a writer of Simpson. Yeah.
Max Groening, 33 degrees.
Oh yeah, Simpsons brother.
So
it's supposed to be based upon his family.
That's why the show's been running all this time.
Yeah, it's an Amalekite show.
Where they put the Masons in it, man.
Oh yeah, they do.
The woodcutters, the stone cutters or something.
Yeah, and Homer joins them.
Yeah, he joins them.
Good episode. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stonecutters, the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Homer getting initiated.
Yeah.
That's that really showed. They showed their cards with that.
They showed it.
Yeah, where it's not just a normal guy that just woke up one day and said, "Oh, I'm gonna make a good show." That's how they make you believe in the world.
Yeah.
He's
so creative.
Bullshit. Hollywood was set up by the small hats.
That's
by
it.
The way. It actually was a village of. It was actually a community of small hats.
Yeah, well, a community of witches as well. Yeah. Amalekite witches.
Well, that's what they are.
Yeah. It was a community of Amalekite witches, and then they started basically, they started using their skills with the media and that. That's what they were doing. Yeah. And then that's why even when you see a lot of them early actresses, like the woman that played in Alice in Wonderland, she's fucked. That girl that played the young girl, they done her over after they made that. She got really judged up on that.
That's with all of them. Because that goes to.
That's a deep film.
That's that. But you see, yes, that's all that child abuse, sexual ritual.
She was done after that.
That's top Babylonian witchcraft. That's why that is. All of those child actors are fucked. The geezer from Home Alone.
Yes.
They're all fucked, man. They're all fucked up, bro. A lot of them are dead. A lot of them people that played in them horror movies and shit. A lot of them are dead. A lot of them bugged out.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's why you don't hear about. A lot of them ain't even been unalive. As they say.
So that's it. You're right. That Hollywood's a community of witches, man. That's how they started that.
Yeah. What we got?
I got some precept.
Okay, let's what is it? Isaiah 47. Okay, let's bring precept out first.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
And another thing I realised, a lot of this stuff coming out with, this was in this plan, that was in. They wanted to know. That's part of the witchcraft. Yeah. Where they actually tell you that that's what they were going to do, so they wanted to know at the same time.
Yeah.
It's part of witchcraft. So you know what I'm saying.
Even now,
there's a word for it where they've told you.
Prophecies on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Self-fulfilling prophecies.
Yeah. So the lot comes out, and you're like, well, where the fuck did this dude get this information?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain things some of these YouTubers, you're like, where the fuck did you get that from? Man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, was you in the room, man? Remember that Alex Jones is knocking Bohemian?
Yeah. Hop the fence. Like, come on, bro.
But even there was that recent video with that white boy, and he's like one of them influencers. And he's remember that video?
Yeah.
And he kind of revealed what goes on in the mansions and that, and he didn't want to take the deal, rare. And then they were basically he exposed stuff. But I'm like, bro, he was set up anyway. Come on, how are you bringing all that information out and you're not dead?
Talking about the red room.
And then how they had the Quran, this book, that book, and then pretty much you had to pledge your allegiance to them, basically. You know.
One of the real ass truthers was them old
Confessions of Jack.
You're talking about like what's their name?
His name, man.
John Todd?
Todd. Yeah.
John Todd.
Yeah.
Because he said he was working for him, and then he just rebelled and he got killed, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
That was more authentic, man. I think they
He
were
was getting
following
locked up and all that and all this kind of shit.
There was another one as well. He was part of that. He had a whole book.
So that's why let's go right now. The shape and everything, the fire that's going on, the fire that's happened. Yeah. Obviously, smart cities and all of that stuff. But this is what it's all this order of chaos and creating these things that they want to get depopulating, scaring, you know, changing everything up. Chaos is the new normal. They had a game called State of Emergency. Now that was predictive programming.
Yeah.
The whole game was just chaos, and that's what the game's about, man. Never forget State of Emergency. And every time something pops up, what does it declare? We're declaring a state of emergency. Breaking. State of emergency.
Yeah.
So 225, is really where it's at. And that's why Satan's been fucking with brothers' lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers have been in the fight. So that's what Satan, when we talking about Satan, that's what Satan does now.
Yeah.
That proves you in the fight that Satan's fucking with the shit.
That's why brothers are sick and all that, fucked up and shit.
Yeah, all types of mental ailments, spiritual ailments, physical ailments, all types of different things.
Yeah.
But that's Satan. We're right at the end now. And that Satan's been doing it because a lot of people that fell out. Now, how do you feel? You got people that fell out. These camps, camps and states all over the place. Then think about it, they didn't enjoy, you know, we got a bit, oh shit, they just thought, nah, fuck that, they tapped out, they didn't want to deal with that. They didn't want to deal with the hell. Why? You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. Why? You know what, man? They wants to make it, let's all get with the scripture, man, to back me up here. It says, will it take it cheerfully?
Sirach too.
Sirach, yeah. You say Sirach, I say Sirach. Them accents and that.
Sirach.
This is
Sirach.
That's crazy.
Also known as Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, so that's why and all that. That's what makes people tap out. You know, because that's what the house is like. What the fuck, man? You don't want to be alive. You want to go back to the spirit world, man.
Yeah.
But when you check it out, because the Most High is testing your faith and your patience. Because in the grand scheme of things, bro, what you have to do is, it just feels long in the flesh because it's in the flesh. But think about how life's just changed in our little lifetimes.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, it ain't even that deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you've been alive for 300 years straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, the forefathers, Noah was out there for over 100 years.
Right.
Like we know,
Right,
the Lord's got us at the end, man.
So obviously we've reincarnated back into hell and shit like that. But you know, this season right now, it's like we won yet, like,
that's for real.
That, right?
For real, we can deal with it.
So, but look at what's happening now. So if you just enjoyed the little, enjoyed some,
You would have seen it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High, that's where faith is. So you're in the Most High and not trying to curse.
That's true.
You're a fool.
And that's what gets you more spiritual. The more you endure it, the Lord opens your eye. Go on, what? Go on.
And then when society starts decaying around you more, you can see why.
Why?
You know what I mean? You can see why you should have. Stop with this. What did you put? What? Nah, fuck. I'm going in the world for what?
Yeah, bro.
Look at what's going on now, man.
Yeah.
But you got packs of women that. Oh, I ain't giving niggas bucks. You got all this going on. You got jump shots. I mean,
those other cats
for that.
Yeah, now you want to reinvent yourself.
For jump shots.
Reinvent the demons in you.
Wearing new coat. Imagine you in the world, right? And then that's why a lot of people, you get the texts from niggas in the world over this mad dog 19.
Yeah, that made that true.
In the world, everything that you was telling me.
Those other truthers you was mentioning them, I was like Anthony J. Hilder as well. Anthony J. Hilder, Jordan Maxwell, John Todd, you know, they always going into that stuff. That's right. Because the names.
Yeah, but I was just talking about that one dude that I know he rebelled for one time.
Todd, yeah. Because I think even the Illuminati was following him around like with shotguns and shit. Like, they were honest with him, like, you know, like they were behind his car when he's getting in his yard. And
they locked him up.
Yeah,
like the snitch, and he set up in the wiki. He tells you, like, I don't think he was like some controversy. He just got locked up and he come out.
Yeah.
I don't think he tells you, can you read it? You're like, what the
They
fuck?
went in on him. They went in on him.
Yeah, man. You got stitched up, man.
Yeah. Became a Christian.
Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, because obviously now, that's when you're going through it. Yeah. So we're looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This place, first of all, this place has to be destroyed, and it is gonna. Everything we're saying is happening, and that's the beauty of that's the mysterious side of the Most High. Like people couldn't believe what you're saying. Nah, mate, never. You know that. And the next minute, forest fire.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, for real, bro.
Spooky, they can't believe it.
Men are like, oh my God.
I'm watching the film. I mean, really?
They can't believe it.
They can't believe it. It's like that's something from a film happening in their face.
Bugging, bro. It says so far beyond what they imagined.
It was bugging, bro.
That's exactly what the scripture says. So far beyond. Like what?
Yeah.
Nah. You know what I mean?
And that's just, it's just like local fires.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not even like the whole state. It's not even like the country.
Wow.
That's a local fire.
And you know when they did that fire too, you know what they done? They cut off people's insurance. You see, you know that they cut people's insurance.
Yeah, they cut people's insurance, man.
Yeah, UFOs. Now everyone's got to do with UFOs and
burn that shit. Showing you that don't mean shit anyway.
That's their normal reality now. You gotta deal with
bro,
that.
that's what I'm like, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? For decades, bro. The UFOs thing, bro. I remember watching TV shows for years where it's like this idiot, this speng was saying like, oh, a fucking disc in the sky was a UFO.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, the government's like, yeah, we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So they're all over the country.
All over the
we
world,
don't.
all
They're
over the
not
world,
dangerous
bro.
though. Like, bro, it's like you man are toast.
Just came to say hi.
But that proves the Lord's real, because we were saying that before it got famous, so to speak. We were speaking these things, so the Most High has made it happen in front of us.
Yeah.
And now
of your faith.
First thing builds your faith,
is.
bro.
That's like when the Lord took the children. You had faith, then all these mysteries, wonders start happening.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Whoa. That's what the same thing is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, whoa, you know, angels just like, whoa.
They're
That's
coming,
the
bro.
rewarding of your faith. That because the Most High does exist.
Yeah.
Just because y'all motherfuckers says it don't. Y'all believe in the government, man.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting you up with all, and he shot you up with this thing. And then he said, alright, so it's
They're
good.
laughing
And then
at
he turned
you.
around and
They're
went,
laughing
oh,
at you.
no,
It's actually
dangerous. That's what y'all believe in.
Yeah.
Y'all believe in state, man. If you ain't, like, and we believe in the Most High.
Yeah.
And the Lord is a rewarder. That's what he says. So
And he's
you
real,
see,
man. He
you
exists,
saw
bro.
everyone you trusted in bars, club, pub. Then guess what's gonna happen now?
The money.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Yahweh forbid. Let the Most High be true, But every man a liar.
Yeah, what if some did not believe, man? Does it make what the Most High is saying ain't true?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hell no, man, because you know what I'm saying? Because you don't believe, nah, man, UFOs, myths, man, and all that. You know what I mean? Come on, man, that's all. So now, you have to now, what we said is real, the government, the chariots. So then people you might go in a bar, pub, club, and then someone's sitting there at the table with a drink and they might go, I mean, you're this UFOs.
Yeah. That's what they're doing now.
Break from the pub.
Now they just contemplate. Now they're just all bugged out.
That's
They
the
want to
reality
talk to you.
now.
It's like, nah, don't talk to me, man. You ain't nothing to talk about, son. You know what I mean? 'Cause you know what I'm saying? And he's still disgruntled. It's hot. He probably had the first dose. You know, you had the.
Yeah, they got the jab.
You know, some people had the. Some people was full. You could be full Vicky though. Or you could be hot. You could be first.
And then you got
First
to
dip.
Right.
Some of them got like, some of them got
So he might be like, he might have just had the first
one.
part.
He didn't get boosted.
And he's contemplating about UFOs. I mean, what do you think? I mean,
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, it's the yeah, bro.
All you have to do is trust in the Most High.
They're
man.
not trusting the Lord, man. He's
all
real,
this,
bro.
all these confusions and all that, man. Because it wasn't to your taste.
Yeah.
I don't like what you guys are saying.
But that's the funny thing.
And you know, oh sorry,
That was that like they had pride in like, oh yeah, you know, they understand everything. Everything fits in this nice neat box. And then you say something outside of that, they're getting upset, making them bug out. But then you can retreat into the box. But now it's like inside that box, the government said actually all that stuff outside, it's real.
And you know what, bro?
Safety nets.
They showed them that.
Mental safety nets. That's why people are getting mental health.
And bro, there was one guy. There was one guy. He said to one.
It's
of the
gonna get
brothers,
worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. There was one
All
guy.
these rappers pray for LA.
Yeah, all of that. Fuck all that. Pray for this. It's judgment, bro. All the brothers in LA are blessed. They never even got nothing happened to them.
Yeah, that's right.
Brothers said that like nothing. They were all cool with all of that. Nothing happened. Everything was burning. They're good. But anyway, I wanted to say the faith thing.
Joe Rogan,
He
just like he started his career kind of mocking God and all that. Now all he wants to talk about is
he's doing all of that. He talked about World War III, all of that.
Just had on his show Mel Gibson.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
I'm
they're
gonna watch that.
talking about the next Passion of Christ, the sequel.
I'm gonna watch that, man. Because
Yeah.
Mel Gibson kind of knows what's up.
He's always asking these guys about.
Because he asked him, do you believe in God? He said, what about evolution? To know, and he's like, I don't know about that one.
Basically, there's a God.
I don't know about that. I believe in God.
Yeah.
I was created, but I don't know about this coming from some cell.
Yeah, bro.
I was created. And he was like,
And he was quoting
Joe Rogan's an insider, innit? So he's trying to push that evolution.
Yeah.
You can see that Miles caught so much hell that he doesn't even. He's kind of hesitant to talk.
Yeah.
When he gets asked, he goes, because he already knows, man.
He
knows. Yeah, he got. Come on, man.
Annihilate.
Right.
It says in Ezekiel.
They did him dirty, man. All that money that he raised for Hollywood, all them Hollywood movies.
He was big,
They
man.
did him dirty.
They're witches.
Yeah.
And you know what? There was one Joe Rogan clip where he was saying that what he notices. Well, I think he was saying that you can embrace everything. The moment you start embracing that Bible up there, all of a sudden it's a problem. In Hollywood, you know what I mean? It's true. Because that's Hollywood and all that is satanic. They don't want the scriptures pushed.
Well, I think with Mel Gibson as well, he was because he was a big star, but I think there was something happened where he went somewhere and he saw some evil shit and he just he rebelled against it. You know, he didn't want to do it. And I think it was something to do with like children and that type of stuff. And he because he saw it, he's like, you know what, nah, it's not for me. So they started kind of cursing out Amalekites.
Yeah, he started cursing out Amalekites.
Remember, then that's when they got him. They fucking, that's when they got him and pulling him up and even when he
turned his wife against him. And
they done everything. They were taking money from him. Even when he made The Passion, he wanted to make the Maccabees movie.
Yeah,
he actually wanted to make a Maccabees, and they said no.
Well, you made Mad Max.
They made Mad Max. He didn't make Mad Max. He starred in it.
Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Was man, two of them.
And that's a badass movie, Mad Max 1. Yeah. He starred in it. That was like one of his come-up films.
What did he do? There was something else he did.
He's done a lot of good films. He's done Lethal Weapon.
He done a conspiracy.
Oh, he's done that. He done that. Oh, can't.
Where was it? Jake
Payback, Ransom.
Michael J. White.
Okay. He done the Aztec movie as well.
Yeah, that was it.
Apocalypto, badass film.
He's Mo's a Jake, innit?
He's gotta be, bro.
Come on, man. He did Apocalypto and Passion of Christ. Come on. He's someone.
He knows what's up, man.
Hey, bro, I know you might ain't making Passion of Christ.
And Apocalypto is a bad
And he
movie.
was Braveheart as well. William
Braveheart,
Wallace.
yeah. He's pretty Braveheart, yeah.
Freedom! That's why he said it. I believe in the Lord. He said it himself. He said, I believe in God now, and he said his son. That's what he said on the podcast, bro. Joe Rogan was just there like, oh yeah, evolution and all that.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know about that.
But Joe Rogan's coming around to that Bible, man. If you watches all his stuff,
He's trying to come
keeps
up
always like in the air, man.
ask him questions.
Yeah, he's always doing that. Sometimes he goes, Jesus Christ. He says it as well. He goes, well, you know, it's that name, but
JC.
you know, yeah, Italian.
Well, he's mentioned before the Israelites. Well, he's mixed. He's mentioned the Israelites pulled up on him before, innit? They said to him, you know, basically, I don't know what camp, but they said it to him, you could be a Jake anyway, like, you know, basically you have that. And then he actually said it on his podcast. You know, how these black Israelites, they pulled up on me. They said I could be one of them. He said. That's what he said on his podcast.
Jake's everywhere.
But bro, going into that faith thing, I'm sorry.
Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
That's the kingdom in the last end, man. Because we're basically out here for brothers is fucked up for a reason, but you're gonna get rewarded.
Yeah.
You just keep stay in the faith. You get a reward, bro. The Lord's gonna make us rich.
Yeah.
We're right here, man.
We're right here, man.
We're right at the
I'm
end.
not thinking about money, by the way. I'm just saying, but the Lord's gonna give us that. He's gonna make us. He's gonna deck us out, bro. He's gonna make us glorious.
Apostle Peter, man.
He's gonna make us glorious, bro.
Yeah, reward with your faith. He's going to reward them that believe in him. And everyone that's trusted in the satanic. See how you trust in the government, now it's all coming out. And that's how you know it in the end. The threw Diddy under the bus.
Yeah, all these Illuminati
like,
shit.
Because you know what Bow Wow said? He was in an interview, right? And there was a girl, and she was going, yeah, so, you know,
Mr. Party.
Yeah, he was saying, you know, he was saying that. He was like, I mean, there's nothing to do. Like, I mean, what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's nothing.
I see. Okay.
But he's being honest. He was like, you know, well, with a Diddy guy, like, there's a vacuum. Like, what do we? What? And then she was like, oh yeah. She went, and he went, don't act like you ain't been to. She tried it. She tried it, man.
Yeah, she tried.
She tried it. She went, oh yeah, you mean blah blah blah. And he went, oh yeah, the party's. You went, we went. I've only known.
You went. Denzel Washington. He tried to say he left early. Nigga, you went.
Yeah. So a lot of them. He's like, if you're gonna try and get me under that,
I'm doing it to all of you, straight up. That's that industry shit. They always do that. Once someone gets exposed, they try to sweep the other person there. Nah, you coming with, you did it too. Like Denzel Washington tried to say he weren't there. Now it's coming out he was.
That's why he left, didn't he?
That's why he stayed, and that's why now Denzel Washington even went to get baptized.
Yeah, he just got fucking Biden gave him
Medal
of Honor.
And bro, it's the spirit, because brothers kind of been getting on him. There's the spirit. All of a sudden he's a Christian. He's in the media for that. Now he's trying to be the good guy. All that. He didn't go to the Diddy parties, but he did. Come on, bro. Because he's like a black god, isn't it? The black community love him.
So that just shows that all what people believe. Imagine that you're just a normal person.
Yeah, bro.
And then you find out that this is what you the normal. This place is over.
It's over, bro.
That's how the Lord exposes this place for what it really is. All this would have been conspiracies, right? Remember when all that? To that, to like 50 Cent. But you have 50 hugging on Soldier Boy, or just any kind of picture. Nah, man, I don't know. And now it's coming out.
They all do it.
So we believe that through the spirit and through faith, and we could see that. Y'all couldn't see it. Now they've just told you in the mainstream news, baby oils, all types of different shit. And obviously we know that they did him over for the liquor.
The baby oil makes you sleep,
liquor,
bro. That's dangerous. No, he was the baby oil was basically there was drugs in it. It'll knock you out and that. Yeah, Big Tight, he's a demons, man. So, that's fun.
Yeah.
He's firm, bro. No,
Sorry, Mark. Sorry.
No, you're good because I didn't even know you were saying that.
Because you mentioned the baby oil. Shaq was saying that. That's what he's done.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Yeah, man. So that's what we're dealing with. But you know, this ain't the kingdom. This our kingdom. The Lord said, if my kingdom was of this world, so right. So this is not. We ain't trying to. The way to get this to be up there is you got to rub shoulders with the satanic elite, which Diddy and all them. And
Coming out of Jay-Z now as well.
He's worth. Do you know what? Do y'all know he's worth more?
Then Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's worth more.
Okay, Jay.
He's up there.
He's supposed to be worth 2.5 billion. And fucking Diddy's supposed to be worth 1 billion. This is what.
That's what they say. Yeah.
I've seen.
But I think what is with Diddy as well, I think he had more like juice in the game. Like he was like he had people like he had shit on Amalekites and all that type of shit.
Yes.
So they were like even onto him. Because even his video, remember?
Jay-Z's sold out.
He's definitely sold out.
Some real dark deals.
He's real rich.
But they're probably killing niggas, man. They don't know what they're doing. But
He tried to kill his own son.
obviously now, but these elites, these niggas, that's how you get big. They've rubbed soldiers with the devil, the small hats, Lucian Grange, and all these kind of people. You know, and you always see them small hats. They're always around the industry. The niggas are all white parties. They had that rapper, the baby. He was a gangster. All of a sudden now he's not. He's just smiling in every shot. He got outed. And because he's getting hugged. That same
Meat Mill.
Had him popping. Like, come on, man. Is this what's really? Like,
Even Meat Mill, there was a video of him recently, and he went. There's someone, he went back to the hood in Philly and he's acting all thuggish and that, and then he went, I ain't no Diddy parties and all that, he said. And people were like, hold on, man, but that's the industry. He's dissing Diddy, but you was just you've been in bare shit with him.
Him and Diddy was wearing the same clothes. He's trying to use his brain.
Yeah, he's using his brain.
Because you got, remember that audio and all that?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, he was on Meek Mills.
They know,
so
they know.
I think he tried to post again the other day. He keeps trying to do this extra
fuck shit, like he's fucked out. He's back in Philly now.
What was it, Boondocks?
But it's come out, but it just shows you the industry's dark because now it's Diddy, you know, there's no friends in that world. They don't care about each other. It's just funny how they just lenged him on. He's under the bus, so they all just onto
He
him.
must be because he got come off that height. All them drugs, he's sitting in a cell.
Yep.
He's good.
Now everyone's on him.
All them spirits, he's got to deal with himself.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, man, take that.
Right, just did it with his whole
Every demon is.
And now even
Remember that?
Demons are probably talking to him.
Oh yeah.
Remember the old Disney program?
Which one?
Making the
band.
Making the band when he made the guy walk from
to go to get
he made him walk like
it's a Brooklyn cheesecake place.
And he said, you want to be in the industry,
I think he did it for Beyonce. I think Beyonce was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Beyonce wanted the cake, cheesecake.
Oh yeah.
Bro, and them niggas, they walk from fucking Queens to Brooklyn.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
He's a
the new
demon,
boys, the new boys with the jerk. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. But them, you gotta see the audio, man. The video was just breaking down for the first 20 minutes.
Oh, who is it?
A lot of people didn't clock. He said what happened. He said, yeah, obviously the publishing and all that, and the deal he signed was fucked and all that.
Who's that? Me.
No, remember the new boys. I'm a
Oh, okay, you showing me that. Yeah.
And they, you know, they set up a lot of trends with skinny jeans and shit. They were big.
Yeah.
But then there's a part in it with 19 minutes. He said, yeah, man, and he's just going.
Basically, they got pounded out by.
But no one clapped. I said, what? A couple of people said he just told you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It weren't just a deal. You got done also. You got done in every way.
Yeah.
You got the publishing, everything. You signed. You know what I mean?
They took it.
Kid, man. The contract.
But even I was watching, you know what?
Obviously, they brought them in the rooms and they flip them and shit.
Even I was watching the Sugar
Crazy,
Babes. The Sugar Babes, they're back together and that. And then I was watching some interviews of them because I was like, just interested. Let me see. And then they were like the industry kind of done them in when they were because they were young, and they were talking about how they will never let their kids become musicians and that. You know, because once you get in the game, they were just kind of telling you online it's fucked in the game. They were saying it, and they were saying how the white, and they said it's all controlled. The girl, the Jake, not the lighty one, the
Keisha.
Keisha. She went, she went, you know, when I was young, I even heard them say, we make the sugar babes, we replace who we want. Basically, they were just bossing them.
Yeah.
And then she was like, now they're a bit older and a bit more so-called wiser. And you can see they look even more like witches.
Yeah.
But she was like, the
These
industry
Edomites,
is
small
not
hats and all that.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, Fat Joe said it.
Yeah.
And asked him, he said, yeah, hip hop's gay and all that.
Yeah.
So the exec, the magazine editors, publishers, this, that, all these people. Yeah. These Edomites.
They run it, bro.
It's them guys.
And you see even with the
and if you go in certain parts of this city, you'll see them walking around.
You do see, yeah. And you know what?
Trendies, maggots.
And it's them running it. You have to come to them.
You get an art degree. And then you got, all of a sudden,
bro, you see it.
Jean True and he's a faggot. But you got, and you know what I'm saying?
But even you see it with the sports stars. With the sports stars. You see it with the sports stars. They'll have to do magazine shoots. Man, they go there and then they have to have their top off and and the guy. It's like a whole group of white people taking pictures of them.
Call it hazing. Yeah, when you
Some
see
that's
that
naked.
Okay, someone naked, yeah.
Yeah, they like try and touch you up and see
Yeah.
what you're cool.
Put this on and all that. And the dude has to do it, and it looks weird.
Then you got Sports Illustrated.
It's the same. Obviously, when they get in this industry, it's like when you're in school and you're getting a degree. You do anything this lecturer says.
Yeah.
You can't talk. On the streets, you'll be like, who the fuck is this guy? But in the class, yes, Mr. John True. It's the same shit. It's these fake, these fucking Amalekites and these Edomites and shit. They get up in that world, they're the ones running it, and they start just licking their ass.
Yeah.
Hang out with them. Come round. Then they're at the mansion. Really, if it was real, they'd be like, fuck that shit.
I ain't doing that.
They want what they
Right.
like. They hold the access, man. They hold like the keys. They hold the guy.
And then they start coming, yeah, but it's cool though.
You know,
then they'll start coming around the hood.
Yeah.
They're acting all different. But like, yeah, nah, but then their philosophy stretches.
Yeah.
But you know, nah, but them shits is flat.
Yeah.
They start talking.
You get like,
They start, you like, what's that doing?
That's what this guy said.
Hanging out at.
That's what this guy said about
Oh, yeah, okay.
He said to get in there. He went into the industry party and he was saying, yeah, when you go to the industry party, basically it's a bunch of arse licking because everyone's trying to network and get close to the celebs.
Well, there was one dude.
The scripture says what? It says the let's get that the righteous is more. Let's read that. Let's read back it up with the scriptures,
This is
man.
Matthew chapter 16, verse
Because
26.
everyone could have their own show.
Can't.
Go on. You got to make the scriptures do the.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
And the scripture I was thinking about, is it in this one though? The ways of the.
Oh, that's Proverbs.
Yeah, it says
the
the
wicked
righteous
seduce
will
of them.
excellent in his neighbor. Right.
There's even
Start rubbing shoulders with those.
Yeah, them Amalekites.
Those demons, man.
There was one guy who said that
Come on, man.
them guys from Croydon, them guys from Croydon, rappers from Britain, them dudes. There was one guy who said that, your favorite artist, like he basically was exposing a party. He said they went to a room, then in a month later they had number ones.
Yeah, upstairs.
Them guys. Them guys. He said he was exposing them, and he said went to a party, industry party, and then one guy offered us to go upstairs, and I didn't go. They went, and all of a sudden they had number ones next month.
He said if you come upstairs, it will change your life.
Yeah, it will change your life. Thank you. You know the guy. Yeah.
He said central seas of the world and all these.
You know the guy who was saying it on that spray show.
He's the same nigga that said,
he's on.
That's why they moved to the Vogue shoots, because they know they've done it.
Yeah. Funky D.
They've done behind the Vogue shoots, man.
Yeah, bro.
They've went in them rooms.
That's why they're so big. That's why they got. He said.
Because what's his name sells.
And a lot of these,
the daughters tinging boots and shit.
Oh yes, he does. It's called Nala something. Nala. His daughter's like a millionaire already.
Yeah. It's like building up and.
Yeah. Even other industry guys talk
These are
about
Vogue ass models.
They are, bro.
Like they actually they'll dress it. Edomites dress them up in the latest fashion to do catwalks.
Yeah,
they actually do that.
And my man, all of a sudden,
in Paris.
you
had Skepta. He used to act like he's the goon and all that with the grime and that, but then
he's a fashion king.
About wearing women's clothing.
Yeah, true. And he said that, even said it, they asked him about that.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know that guy, them crep guys? I think they sacrificed their cousin. You know the cousin, the other one that was spitting?
the one that
All of a
died
sudden he
in
had a
the
big major crash.
The one that caught,
I think he done, that's what we,
That's what people do. That's what they gotta do.
Yeah,
I think they got rid of him.
Yeah.
I have a preset. This is
How dirty this shit is, yeah, bro.
Ecclesiasticus.
He used to come by the camp, them guys. We used to see them by the camp. They used to roll by there.
Because even though, because probably
All these niggas are doing that,
I
bro.
see one of Conan's new videos based on his dad. His dad used to be a big reggae.
Oh yeah, he used to be a regular.
Okay. Yeah.
But then his dad died, killed himself, and then his stepdad got shot. It's just
Come on,
some
bro.
initiation
All
shit.
these niggas in the blue,
Demons,
with the
bro.
blue
Yeah,
ladies,
bro.
they all go to the same parties. They have all black parties. Like in the UK, they
Yeah.
all do it as well. They do the same shit.
Right.
Right.
They got the network, the
That's
nasty
what-
networks.
like,
They've been letting
There's an old ancient Renaissance art, Van Gogh hotel type thing.
Yeah.
It's got the fucking Renaissance art on the wall. That's a sellout thing, bro.
So they all know when they all know that they all did it. You did it too.
Yeah,
They know what's going. You know when they're in.
Yeah.
They're in the club, and that's what you know what I'm saying.
And like it's spiritual because like I think it was like either like 2 or 3 weeks before that P Diddy thing got big. He was in London, and all these
He did the one show. Innit?
he was in London doing a show with Shine and all these guys from South London gigs and all
He's
that.
linked with them.
And then 2 weeks
One
later,
night with Diddy.
he got exposed.
Yeah.
And then
That's why my
Biggs
man's
was
on the
like,
bus.
oh no, like don't try and say I'm doing them nastiness.
Everyone's telling them gigs.
Landlord,
Yeah,
Gay
some
lord.
people on the comment boards, I'm oozing.
Oh,
They won't hit the same.
Yeah.
That was a top comment.
It don't sound the same no more when he hears it.
Young people on him, yeah. Young people on him.
And then he's trying to deny it, but he's in a bathroom.
yeah, bathroom. Look at
Like,
sus.
look at sus.
That's
Oh,
how
there's a
the
white
Diddy.
man.
The landlord.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I have a preset. I got a
All
preset.
sellouts.
I got this
Yeah.
job.
This is
Yeah, but it's like the glass you said don't ever put down.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
never
Yeah.
You said it's 30.
Yeah.
You're 30,
Landlord.
but then you're 30 as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? What does that mean?
30 in the industry.
yeah, that's it.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I was all about beans.
Did you do it or not?
Beans was
Simple as that. You ain't getting riches of this world without
doing it
doing
for the
it.
keys.
You're in the game, bro, and it's all exposed, man.
Yep. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sail, because while he liveth, casteth away his vows. You know? Yeah, so I mean that's basically it, man. You know, you taking them deals, man.
And that's why you can't even talk against that alphabet
Yeah.
stuff. And right now they got like they got agenda for each letter. They got flags. They got now you can't
Got a
even.
whole
They got
culture for
cult,
each
right?
letter. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Madness,
It's
bro.
crazy, man.
yeah.
Right, and you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because this is Babylon the Great, confusing witchcraft.
Especially when it comes to youths as well. It's like,
Oh, man.
It's not even like an adult thing. It's all like youths are just being brought in the mix. It's like why they like the drag queen story hours. Like,
Yeah.
why is it like children? Like you can do. Why not just do that in the club and then whoever wants to go can go. But then it's obviously a thing where it's like
Train up a
youths
child.
are being forced to go there and engage with it. Because that's really what it's the next generation.
One of them drag queens dropped dead this week, innit? It was celebrating on the news. Oh,
For what, man?
The Devils dropped dead.
But on what the what was going into, man, I'll be going on my walks around about the time, but when children are there, they're finishing school. The amount of girls you see holding hands these days,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
13, they're like, it's like,
I've seen that shit.
you
Seen
know.
that, man.
Coming.
Yeah, but then they might they'll see you, but then they'll detach themselves.
Yeah.
They kind of. I saw that happen the other day.
That's, but you got to blame for that Esau, man. He's the devil's system. That's what we're in. This is the devil's system, man. Straight up and down, bro. That's the bottom line of it, man. Like, we're gonna keep seeing that till the Lord nukes this shit, man.
There's lot in it. Lots with the
Yeah.
Scriptures even says
man.
the modern day Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, it's in Egypt, man.
Lot was seeing the same thing. He was seeing girls holding hands.
Yeah.
You know, and he said he was vexed, man. Hearing and seeing the shit he was saying.
They show their countenance.
Yeah.
Well, the ancient. Sorry, well, go on.
I was just saying, a lot of the popular female celebrities are all into that anyway. They all swim off ways, like, and even, you know, Nicki Minaj is
they all talk about it.
openly declared bias. So the women underneath
put it in their raps and shit, man.
I got this Isaiah 28:7. But they also have erred through wine, and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink.
That's like getting on Jake, isn't it? Like pretty much.
Yeah, he originally, but you know,
yeah.
They err in vision. They stumble in judgment.
That's why I didn't. I'm sorry. Go on.
Go.
That's why you see it, man. Even them, the church pastors, they err. You know what I'm saying? It's just Jake in the world in general. They're just lawless.
TD Jake, the Vatican said that now priests, if they're gay, they can now actually become priests within the Vatican.
Yeah, there you go. And that's meant to be. But we know, the deeper level to that because the Vatican is remember the Vatican is a spiritual.
Some mad shit about this. They can be gay, but they can't push it.
Yeah.
What's
they
that
can't
about?
Perform, but it's like you can be. But then I'm like, bro, you already know what's going on, really.
You know,
but it's kind of
openly
taking
promote it or something.
Yeah.
But the Vatican is the one of the spiritual.
You can't align with the agenda.
Yeah.
But you can
be it and then still like teach and whatever.
That's the devil, man. That's serpent shit.
Yeah.
But the Vatican is the spiritual arm of Esau's world as well. So you know they push a lot of fucking wickedness out of the Vatican, man.
Yeah. And you know it's very interesting. There was an interview between these two Mullins and Jordan Maxwell, and they were saying the reason why they push so much LGBTQ freakism, because if people can accept that, then they will accept anything.
And you know the Vatican, they've got
because high levels of control, witchcraft.
That's it. You know the Vatican, they've got this telescope. You know the Vatican telescope. You know about that? They got this. You know, innit?
One of faces.
Yeah, they look. They look into the heavens.
Arizona.
And they got one in Arizona, and I think they got one in the Vatican as well. And the whole premise of it is to look in the skies to see what's going on, because they know the Lord's coming.
Yeah, they watch for chariots.
That's why they even show you that in the Omen movies, because in the Omen movies,
the Vatican is just spiritual. Is one of the frogs.
One of the frogs, man.
And it's a spiritual.
That's why I say in Revelation 9:20, the false prophet's going to go into the lake of fire. That's the Roman Catholicism. The whole doctrine, philosophy.
That wine they spread, man. But they got them things, and they look in the sky, and there's one in Arizona that they have the two telescopes, and they're powerful, and they look into the sky to see what's going on up there.
They actually said in the article they built it to watch for chariots.
Yeah, because they know the Lord's coming. They know the Lord's coming, because even in the Omen movies, what happened is the fucking stars aligned, so they knew that the devil's time was up on Earth. You know, they made it where they had that little cracker as the devil. He's a Satan.
That's what we spoke about earlier. We mentioned
Damien. That's right, Damien.
Not only the prophets start looking for the signs of the Lord, because just like 2,000 years ago, you had Herod. They knew about the signs of the Son of Man.
Yeah.
That a Savior was going to be born. They were looking for the signs in the heavens.
Yeah.
In Egypt, they knew Moses, that a baby was going to, the Savior was going to be born at that time. Same thing now. Nothing new under the sun. They know that the Savior is going to return. So that's why they got the satellites, they got the Space Force and all that six-part branch of the military watching the heavens. They got their little, the lasers and all that laser technology to try and fight the Lord when he comes back.
Yeah.
That's that war in heaven, but they're still going to get destroyed.
Sure.
I've got a little bit left on this. For all the tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean.
That's so basically Jake is just unclean out here, man, in this society. Wicked as all hell, just doing what the hell they want. Drunk, they're drunk with philosophy. Go on.
That's it. And then when you deal with it in a modern day era, who's got the cup?
Yeah.
Because now the Lord said the cup shall now pass on to you, Esau.
Yeah.
So he's passing the cup around now, making everyone drunk.
Yep.
So even he's gone. His own people, everyone's gone.
Well, it backfired because even their philosophy, their system backfired on them, because now Edomites have high levels of divorce. Their women don't want to be with them. You know, all sorts of stuff, man. Like now you seen that even on social media. Have you seen them Edomite blonde, blue-eyed haired women, and they're just popping 1,000 men? Have you seen that? Really Phillips and
you know, at the same time, man, a lot of them small hats, they only care about small hats.
That's all they care about.
Top elites actually don't give a fuck about nobody.
That's why they're destroying them.
But they can really get mad when, like, see when that Kate Rothschild, she got with Jay.
Yeah, they're not feeling
They don't
that.
like shit like that.
That's for the goyim, man. But
You know, he was all over the media, and
they didn't like
it
it.
was Brett Goldsmith and Jay, and it was arguing. He was like, "So what, nigga? You bitch ass." They
Yeah.
were arguing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he didn't he'd hear about after that. It kind of, you know. And now
Died
she's
down.
gone normal again. She, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She ain't.
Obviously, they got in. They know they always, when they're
She knew
women.
what was gonna happen.
They cut them
so,
off and shit.
They
Yeah.
cut them off, so
Yeah.
she got back in there.
Yeah, because they'll
She
cut her
started-
off her. They'll cut her off her money and all
Yeah,
that.
that happened with that Pananika Rothschilds. I got
Yeah.
with the jazz dude. She got cut off and just lived. She moved. When she was from the
Felonious Monk.
Felonious Monk.
Harlem.
She moved. Yeah, she moved to Harlem and that. And she had to just live off that allowance, that you know, that money that. Yeah, man.
She got with a real Jew, so she got with a real Judite, innit? A real Benjamin, wherever he is, innit? She couldn't help it, and that's what they do anyway, man.
Yeah.
They all, and there's many of them rough elite women that have done that, and they
She had all kids with the geezer
Yeah.
and shit. It was just crazy. Walking around West London, you know, back
yeah.
streets with the dude.
Just hugging up on him like, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah, so.
So what we got? If we don't close out, you know. Yeah, let's read that.
This is Proverbs 12:26. It says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them."
That's right, man. So we're going into a lot of this stuff. But you know, we do know we're in the end times right now. So pretty much, bro, keeping our eyes. Prophecy is heavy right now. So now's the time really to rejoice. But like we were saying, that's why Satan was fucking with brothers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we know that was gonna happen.
Definitely. And it ain't gonna stop, bro.
No, it's good. No, it's gonna
So the
keep
Lord
Jacob's
comes.
trouble and all that.
The Lord, when he was tempted from Satan, he said he
For
was
a
comforted,
season.
but then he said Satan left off from tempting him for a season.
Yeah, me just for a little bit.
For a little
yeah,
bit, but
eased
then he
off it.
came back again.
Yeah.
He jumped on Peter
I was
and told him he ain't gonna go, you know.
I was even thinking of the one with Peter when he was after he
Desired
left
to
his
see-
office,
desired
to
to
50
see-
and
yeah.
I prayed for the and when thou was strengthened.
That
pray
means
for
the
that
demons was chasing him down, bro. Like they were onto him.
They knew it was their time.
They knew that- yeah.
This is where they got free reign to fuck with you, because after this, tables are gonna turn, innit?
Yeah,
So we're gonna have reign over them. We can tell them what to do.
Yeah.
So this is a time where they can try and attempt to mess with us, man.
That's funny because even in our last hour, you know, the angels are going to come and comfort brothers. Time of Jacob's trouble, that's when the angels are going to be protecting, trying to help brothers in certain situations. You know, that's just
Lord willing, bro.
And you know what, man, pretty much, man, it's a beautiful point, and that's why really we rejoice in. Because really, we're in the time of deliverance. We always say that. Y'all are fucked, man, because this is the time of your judgment.
Yeah.
Right.
So really, we went through that.
The earth,
in the
they're
time of
mourning.
Rome,
The society's mourning.
you know, the persecution of Israel and all that. It's your turn, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you see it, bro.
Judgment and revelation.
It's their
Your
turn,
turn,
man.
your turn, man.
Go through it.
Yeah, it's your turn. That's what you really, that's what they're running away from. The satellites, you know what I mean? What's that? You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Space Force.
Yeah, it's your turn, man.
It's their turn, bro.
That's right.
The world
That's
is
why the
moving.
scripture says that we suffer now, so we don't suffer with them.
That's right.
And they hold,
Blessed are them that take part in the first resurrection.
Yeah.
and they're basically hoping they can mess with us so heavy that we'll just let forget about it. Leave it. Let's just go into the world.
Yeah.
So they can escape
can
their
get-
judgment. They don't need to hear about their judgment.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a
But the
precept.
Lord said that if we stop praising the Lord, even the rocks will praise Him.
Yeah, he's gonna raise something up to curse them,
That's
man.
why these
So you
wicked
might as well enjoy.
2/3 and all that, they're going to get judged with Esau.
They're gonna get
But it says,
fucked in
blessed
Esau,
are them that
bro.
have the part in the first resurrection.
Yeah.
The rest of them niggas, they ain't going to get that
Yeah.
part. They're going to be good in the kingdom, but they're
There's
they're
one in
getting what
Corinthians,
Esau's
isn't
getting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
No.
getting,
They're
Yeah.
they're getting
You're
with him.
getting
They
it.
get
That-
You're
they got-
getting it.
They got a portion with him.
yeah.
They want to be the bars, cops.
That's what they want,
Order
bro.
on that town.
Yeah. Holding it around out.
Wherever he's driving, whatever ship, yeah, can I come?
They will.
That's true.
He's on.
Or hand
get
joined in
that?
hand.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Two quick scriptures. This is
I got a scripture, man.
Second Ezra, the 7th chapter, and the 18th verse. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for the wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And if you go to verse 1 to like what 5,
it's talking about, you know, the righteous walking the straight path.
Yep.
But you know, and it's fire on one side, deep water. But then the hope is what? To be the first fruits of the kingdom that's about to come.
Yeah.
So we're gonna catch hell, but at least we have hope.
We're good, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Can I-
these
can I read
people in the
something off
world, you know, especially our people, go and catch hell, and have to come back anyway. But we, Lord willing, gonna be the first fruits, man.
Can I read something quickly? First Corinthians 11 and 30. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord. That's what we're going through now. Chastisement. That we should not be condemned with the world.
Purified.
Wherefore, my brethren, ye come together to eat,
like
tarry
the
one for another.
The Bible says, the scripture says the Lord knows them that his. The Lord wants you to be shown that, look, these are, they're standing for me. They ain't for the world. That's right. You can see that.
Yeah.
That's what the Most High wants. He ain't gonna want, his, these prophets or wherever they at, dude, or they weren't even out in the streets. You know what I mean? They were on they were on podcasts.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, bro.
Like, just in the world, like, right, it would have been jokes.
Too
like,
worldly
bro,
and that.
that don't make sense.
He's standing stiffy for them.
Right, he wants it, we represent the mouthpiece of the Most High, so he wants it to be seen. He says, then there shall know been a prophet among you. So you can see, them guys been executed.
They're just out there, like they're falling on the side of the system. They're falling on the side of the system. And the thing is, the way the Lord's even said it, I'm sorry, right? The way the Lord set it up as well, it's funny because we can actually do things you can do, not exactly doing things spirit, but you can go out and eat and, check bitches and all that, but just make sure you're on point with the spirit, man. You know what I mean? Because it's like the world, people will get the lust of the world can drag you out. Because you're too into it.
Don't get an entanglement.
You can't
feel me.
Yeah, well, that's
You saying the bars club.
What I'm saying is, you can still get your. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know.
You can fuck with certain things, but at the same time, don't let that spirit drag you out. Don't let that spirit drag you out. You feel me? Don't let that spirit. You gotta still be on point. This is a spiritual battle, bro. You gotta,
be careful what you're telling Jay, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual battle. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like at the end of the day, you can go and eat and whatnot. It ain't a big deal. It ain't a big deal. It's just where your head's at. It's where your head's at.
Hold on.
It's just where your head's at, bro.
You gotta be temperate. We said it earlier. You gotta be balanced. Use the world, but not
that's right.
abusing it, innit?
That's right.
You can do the things of the world. Obviously, every man, we're men in it. Obviously, you have desires, but don't lose your fucking.
But that Corinthians, it even said it. We're getting chastised now, man. So then
because in the world, it's got it's like you said, there's levels to it.
There's levels to it.
Like the more you get in, it's ladders. It's not, you don't just stop there. You study, you get the degree.
More
you get the master's degree. You get the master's degree. You know what I mean? Right.
Doctorate or whatever.
You just chill.
But that's the thing. It's like with the work, like the allure of it is that top layer, which you ain't even like. You can't even get in the world, especially as a Jake, bro. There's a limit put on you.
You have to be Diddy, basically.
And you don't, but you know.
Yeah, because even on the Illuminati pyramid, there was like showing the people at the bottom. Then the next over them was like the corporations.
I think
and
it was
like, even before that, it was like the media,
religious,
and celebrities, even like which are media.
Yeah.
So you over the people, the sheep, the cannon fighters is your celebrities.
Yeah.
That's why they're lesser.
That's why
they're the next level. Exactly.
And that's why people want to get there.
Keep you distracted. But then even to get that, it's a fix. It's all like everything's fixed. Like, bro, it's not just some little girl was just singing, then they bring her. Bro, that's like, a dime a dozen. Finding someone who can sing, who can dance, act, whatever.
You know what's funny because you got people that you got people that are funny.
Yeah, you got black bitches you're singing in the church.
Yeah.
But then howling out there to know, just.
And they might, the Illuminati might pull one of them to say, "You got talent," and then they'll push her. You got talent. Then they'll start making her do their singing in their agenda. That's all them big top singers come out the church.
And look at Hudson, man.
bro.
No, it's like 9
Yeah.
members.
Oh,
They
man.
even talked about that in that interview with Aaron
Come out to
Russo.
church,
They
bro.
go to
Yeah.
certain universities and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Colleges, unis,
And-
master's degrees.
And if I could say as well, like,
bring them into the system.
so I would say, if I could say as well, when you look at the whole social media era, they really push that idea that any man can make it. If they just do X, or if they could just, you remember the story of Justin Bieber? He was just playing his guitar on YouTube, and then that's how he.
It could be you.
You could be you.
He was playing his guitar and then he met Diddy.
Yep.
Because we got, you know, everyone's trying
Sorry.
to get it all.
So lucky.
But you know what you were saying there, yeah. You didn't finish right. Basically, man, there's another point on top of that. With that, Britain's Got Talent and all that.
Yes.
Simon Cowell.
Right, you see, even Simon Cowell, there's dirt coming out on him now. You see?
Yeah, there is.
He's
Yeah,
in
they
it.
were there. They were like, yeah.
Remember they even showed that in Black Mirror. There was like a X Factor episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, race mate.
When she finally
15
made,
million credits.
yeah, and when she finally got in, the other guy had to stay in slavery. She got in, and she had to basically
Yeah, she
become a
had to
porn
whore
star.
herself.
Yeah.
Remember
She
that?
had to be on
That's
race
the
bait.
system. Think about it. You got people that have done all these masters, but then you get a little gremlin off the block, and he becomes a millionaire through music. How does he do that? It's
I'm not
rigged.
hot. That guy.
And people bug out. How's he rich? I don't understand it.
Yeah, and on the point,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
on the word brother you used was agenda, because when you look at the woman that you mentioned, Lily Phillips, right, it's the fact that they're constantly pushing her on the news,
Yeah.
right, because they're pushing that idea of
Yeah.
They're giving her a
basically
platform.
you don't need to name her, like why is this
It's have to
news?
be promiscuous, isn't it?
she should be shunned.
But we
Right,
know,
there ain't-
we know what that is. We know what that is. That's pushing them. Sorry.
And that's it's OnlyFans. It was like what in 2020. With as soon as the lockdowns happened, then instantly you're hearing OnlyFans, made $1 million off OnlyFans. Yeah, Some
yeah.
single mum just I was struggling for food, but And now she open made up $1 million, OnlyFans and I make 300k. I was like, what the
It
fuck?
gave them an open platform to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even with that, the majority of people they only make what is it $300 a month. That's the average.
And now your business is all online forever.
Yeah. Bro, it's like, bro, they were saying kids getting bullied, getting shown their mum's OnlyFans, bro.
That's true.
Like you're at school and the manager's popping your mum's OnlyFans in your face.
This is the
Bro,
world we're
kill
in.
myself, bro. I'll be
This is
done, bro. I'll be out of there,
This
bro.
is the world we're in,
What the
bro.
hell?
Fucked up.
Hell on earth, bro. For the rest of your
got a
life as
screenshot
well.
of
It's
your
not even
mum.
like, bro, you're fucked, bro.
Kill your mother so
good.
bad on the nickel, man. She's a hoe, man. That's not my business.
I just showed you a screenshot of your mum, man.
That's crazy.
Nate, you had something in it.
I'll tell you.
In the scripture.
That's like we're every man your own salvation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna close out any of this read that we're gonna close out.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
To be honest, them wildfires are a prime example, man. You know, like there was certain of them homes that were worth like loads of money, and it's now burnt up, man. They're gone. It's temporal. But what we Lord willing gonna get, man, is eternal, right? Which you know what I mean? That's like that real gold that will never fade away, man. You know what I mean?
And we ain't gonna have to fucking have none of this bullshit insurance and all this bullshit in the kingdom.
Yeah.
We're gonna have it's ours.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you see in the system, in the system it's even rigged. You get yourself a mortgage or you have cars or whatever. Esau can come and take that when he wants.
Will.
Temporal.
You have land. I've got land in Durham.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's baked for us. Esau will just rig the system so he can just win.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
That's it.
We can make a law to just take that from you.
That's how we work.
Well,
And
you
you
know
know-
now, retroactively, I'm going to take this land.
And that's how
Tax
Esau is. And when you try to battle Esau against his laws, you know what he'll do? He just makes new ones.
He makes new ones.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. He'll just make a law. Yeah.
Law on top of
And
laws.
eternal weight of glory, man.
Yeah,
But
winning. This is his system. man.
On that, man, because this is a kind of a bougie, but they've all got like security systems and this and that. We're not gonna need any of that in the kingdom,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know, right here in this kingdom, you got something. You're always like this. It's like, who's coming?
That's true.
So our children play with lions.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, lions and
Yeah.
serpents.
The streets gonna be paved with gold, man.
All types of precious stones. And
No one's gonna actually eat real lamb, like, you know what I mean? I'm for real, like, you know, there's things, the basic essentials of life, like
Drink clean water.
we've not even experienced that here, like actual just clean water.
Say living.
You know, obviously, like in the kingdom, we're gonna have wives, we're gonna have lands. Bro, we ain't even experienced the benefits of real fucking water, man. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's just gonna be like an aphrodisiac.
For real.
That's why they're saying our rest.
Saying our rest, man. Shit. Now you
We need
eat
to
your
pop out
bloated.
with them babies, man.
You know
So
what I
we're
mean?
gonna need
Yeah.
They're gonna give us that.
Acid reflux. You're fucked here, man. You know what I mean? You're bloated and shit.
Scared of carbs.
Yeah. Scared of
Eat
cough.
the potatoes over.
No.
Yeah, that's the glory for the kingdom. For
That's it for the kingdom,
for
man.
the saints, because there's
Yeah.
going to be it's going to be a better living than what's ever been lived.
Way
So that's
better,
the
man.
promises.
Yeah.
The scripture says, "Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard."
Yeah.
That's going to be on a different level. As a matter of fact, through sin, you know, this shit is
We're
BS
dying.
anyway.
We're dying.
This shit's
Yeah,
BS anyway.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
This side's BS anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You even get like, you know, elites that are trying to live forever and never
Yeah,
have
yeah.
all this, and do this and do that.
9
You know what I
heart
mean? Like, it's
transplants.
just crazy, man. It's just ridiculous. There's just one
Drinking.
set of
Don't
people
say
kind of top family, and they were doing them. They were doing the fasting. They were seeing us. You know, they've seen certain people. Because this side's fucked.
Yeah.
This side's fucked. Well, what we got? What
Yeah,
we
I
got?
got. This is Hebrews
Close out,
chapter
mate.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, "So do not throw away this confident trust in the Lord. Remember the great reward it brings you. Patient endurance is what you need now, so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that He has promised. For in just a little while, the coming one will come and will not delay."
There you go, man. Hey, without Shalom.
Shalom.
Cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.